Hello, folks, and welcome to the Bailey Enterprises pregame show. I'm Eric Pauly alongside Cody Beers here at Worland High School on the road at Warrior Stadium. And, Cody, this one has some playoff implications here for the Riverton Wolverines in town to face the 3-3 Worland Warriors.
Hey, big game tonight, the 82nd meeting between these two teams. Riverton holds a 44-37 with one tie advantage over the Worland Warriors. But this Worland team, one of the more prolific passing offenses in the state. They've got a couple of dynamic receivers, sophomore Brockton Zanis, junior Jory Anderson, who's got quite a few links to Fremont County. His mom is a Riverton High School graduate. His grandparents still live there. It's going to be a great game. The winner of this game sets himself up at least to play in the final week with a chance to be the number 3 seed coming out of the East 3A Conference. Worland has their work cut out for them as they've got the Wolverines tonight, Douglas next week. Riverton will close its regular season at Rollins next week against the Outlaws. So, you know, Riverton maybe with a little easier road to go, but Worland, they're for real. It's a good team. They play a lot of guys both ways. Their coach told me they average 170 plays a game, and they've done it all season, playing both ways. And it's going to be a battle tonight at Warrior Stadium.
Well, they won't have a conditioning problem then, will they?
They will not. They're in very good shape. There is a winter storm warning in effect beginning at midnight tonight, Eric, here in Washoe County. But it's breezy. It's a nice night for football right now. So we're ready for some high school football here on the Wind River Radio Network.
Now, we had a couple of games take place earlier in the week. In fact, Ernie was on the air just last night for the Shoshone game, and the Wranglers appear to have lit a little bit of a fire as the Wranglers won 63-8 against Graybull last night, and Shoshone ranked number 4 right now in 1A 9-man. Other games taking place early this week, it was number 4 Star Valley in Evanston, and the Braves win that 42-14 against the Red Devils. Nelson had 3 touchdown passes and 1 touchdown run for the Braves, and it looks like Star Valley is getting hot at the right time.
Yeah, it was interesting. The two coaches got together. They said, hey, opening day of hunting season is Thursday. Let's play this game early so that our kids can have a long weekend. And they both agreed on that, met down in Evanston. Good stuff.
Yeah. Well, we had, what did we have a weird start time down? Oh, they were opening a temple down there. We had a weird start time. Remember that?
I do remember that. And, you know, when you drive into Star Valley from the southern end of the valley, all you see is the temple lit up. So good stuff. Tonight's Class 3A matchups, number 1 Jackson, number 2 Powell. That one got underway at 5 p.m. We don't have a score yet in that one, but that is the battle of the heavyweights tonight in Class 3A. Rollins is at Lander at 6 o'clock. Of course, this game with the 6 o'clock kickoff, number 5 Douglas at Buffalo. That's a 7 o'clock kickoff. And Green River at number 3 Cody at 7. It's going to be a fun night. Class 2A, we've already got a halftime score in. Cokeville 12, Big Piney 7. And a first quarter score, number 1 Mountain View 14, Thermopolis 8. That game over on 101.7 KDNO.
We'll take a short break, folks. We'll come back and take a look at the stat line here between these two teams. Of course, our starting lineups presented by Sutherland's, as well as our Bailey Enterprises pregame show kind of canned segments. We'll have our prep preview, our pokes preview, and then our Hey Coach interviews with both head coaches from Riverton and Worland coming up here in just a few short minutes. And then we'll try to get an update from that Thermopolis game again. I think they were already at halftime. I'll text Donnie and see what they've got there. To bring you up to speed on what's going on up there in Hot Springs County. Back after this, you're listening to Wolverines football on KTAK 93.9 FM, streaming live HD video at wyotoday.com.
Plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, you know, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wider range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Gales Carpet One is a proud sponsor of this Riverton Wolverines broadcast. Lombardi once said, "The only place success comes before work is in the dictionary." Gales wants to applaud these young athletes on their drive to become the best team possible and show the state of Wyoming what it means to be a Wolverine. Gales Carpet 1, floor and home, 220 East Main in Riverton. Go Big Red!
Welcome back to the Bailey Enterprises pregame show. Go Wolverines, go with Bailey. Eric Polly, Cody Beers with you here in the booth. And we're just about 45 minutes away from kickoff in Washakie County. And, boy, it's starting to feel like October football, and it's going to be a little cool out this evening.
Yeah, leaves turning. It's a beautiful fall day in Worland. And like I said, some winter weather may be coming into tonight and into tomorrow morning through the night in Worland. But right now, it's a nice, cool evening. You want to, if you're coming, bring a blanket because it promises to get chilly as that second half comes around.
Now, Cody, one of the stories this evening was, often this time of year, right? You have teams dealing with some bumps, some bruises. Both teams are going to be dealing with that this evening, and one of the big questions was whether or not we were going to see the starting quarterback for the Worland Warriors.
Yeah, Rudy Sanford will attempt to go tonight. He sprained his AC joint in the second quarter of the game last week, but they've got a good young sophomore quarterback. His name's Cade Weber. He came in and led Worland on that go-ahead winning touchdown against the Buffalo Bison last week. So we'll get as much of Rudy Sanford as we can. Of course, people will recognize the name. He's the son of Wade Sanford, used to be the head football coach here in Riverton, or in Worland, excuse me. He had a lot of success through the years. Now he's the high school principal at Worland High School.
And, of course, Riverton not escaping the injury bug.
No, Riverton is banged up, and you're going to see Jared Lucas start at right tackle tonight for Riverton, as we got late word that Chris Topom will not play. Of course, the usual starting right tackle for Riverton, Skylar Soul, is out too. So other things going on. We will not see the usual cast that's been injured this year. Of course, the big defensive end, Broden Mathis, is out for Riverton. Other guys are banged up and battered, but it's next man up philosophy. You're in the second to the last regular season game of the year. You got to put it on the line now because the Class 3A playoffs start in 2 weeks, and you'd really like to be the third seed going into that, and you don't know who you'll play yet. It'll either be Jackson, Powell, or Cody, most likely, on the road, but you'd like to get as high a seed as you can going into the Class 3A playoffs.
Certainly. It's the second half of the season. Every game counts, and for Riverton, it could be the difference between where we go. We're not going to have a home playoff game, but it could be a difference between where we go here. Of course, still have to play Rollins next week and can't look past them or the Warriors here this evening. We'll take another short break. We'll come back with our Pokes preview as well as our prep reports, and then we'll take a break and look at the stat line here between the two teams before we get to our coaches' interviews. All that and more still to come. You're listening to the Bailey Enterprises pregame show and Riverton Wolverines football on KTAK 93.9 FM and streaming live HD video at wyotoday.com.
Do you have a lead foot? Here's some heavy news. Speeding is one of the leading causes of traffic crashes. This is Cody Beers with YDOT. Don't put your schedule above everyone else's safety. Stop tailgating. Don't try to beat traffic lights. And please, pass safely and legally. Drive at safer speeds. Remember the posted speed limit. Slow down. Look out for the other driver. Slow down, Leadfoot.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Brown Sugar Coffee Roastery is proud to sponsor youth sports for the best in fresh roasted coffee, breakfast, lunch, and dinner on the weekends. You'll enjoy the best locally sourced food at Brown Sugar Coffee, 203 Main Street in Riverton.
Here's an important update from Wind River Family and Community Healthcare. They are continuing to see patients during this trying time. If you have a cough, shortness of breath, and a fever, call 307-855-2966 or 307-857-9489 before coming to the clinic. A nurse will triage you over the phone. They will ask questions regarding symptoms and recent travel. You can also reach Wind River Family and Community Healthcare by calling 856-9281.
Welcome back, folks. Eric Polly, Cody Beers with you here at Worland High School, Warrior Stadium, not Warrior Field. Time now for our Pokes preview, and Cody, Wyoming going to play some football. It's right around the corner. 24th, it's here.
Yeah, we got the schedule this week, got times, all night games. It's going to be interesting as we work our way through November in Laramie with games that are kicking off at 7 or 8 o'clock at night, and then the Boise State game on December 12th, I believe, has a 6 or 7 o'clock kick. But it's exciting. We're seeing the Cowboys starting to put a game plan in against Nevada. Nevada lost one of their main players this week to injury. Wyoming's some of their defensive linemen have opted out, but it's next man up. Craig Bohl very excited about his offensive line play, which will be a huge advantage for the Cowboys this year as they run the football. 2 quarterbacks possibly being used. We're hearing that now, and it's just exciting. Things going to be happening in Laramie in 2 weeks.
All right, let's get to it. Pokes preview, prep reports, and then we'll come back and take a look at the stat lines. You're listening to the Bailey Enterprises pregame show on KTAK.
Hey, Pokes fans, it's time for the Pokes preview show with the voice of Fremont County, Eric Polly. Eric, how about them Cowboys?
Welcome back to the Pokes preview show here on the Wind River Radio Network. Eric Polly with you, taking a look at Craig Bohl on his team's preparations in the final days leading up to the season opener at Nevada. There's only 10 days remaining until the 2020 opener. Craig Bohl and his team are looking forward to finally playing a game after months of on-again, off-again preparations due to COVID-19. The Cowboys will open their season against the conference opponent, the Wolfpack from Nevada in Reno on Saturday the 24th. In a game that'll kick off at 5 p.m. Mountain Time. We'll carry it for you right here on the Wind River Radio Network on KWYW 99.1 FM. The Wolfpack are led by head coach Jay Norvell, who Bohl pointed out is someone he's known for many years. And Bohl was asked on Wednesday's Zoom call with the media if he made a decision on his starter at quarterback, and the head coach responded with the common theme that he's spoken about throughout fall camp, that sophomore Sean Chambers and redshirt freshman Levi Williams will both play in games this season. So we could see a two-quick approach for the Pokes. He says, quote, "I think we'll make a decision after this Saturday." And the Pokes will do some scrimmaging this weekend. They don't want to get anybody hurt before the big game on the 24th. So, whether you'll see people at total full speed in scrimmages or if half racks, I don't know. That'll be determined later on this weekend. The kids getting very excited about it, and everybody looking for a chance to prove themselves this year as a starter or as a returning member of the Pokes, and also, of course, all of the new either red shirts from last year or freshmen this year that have opportunities to play. And Wyoming looking to potentially win a Mountain West championship here this year in a season which we did not think we were going to have a football game, let alone a full season. And we don't get the full season, but we will have a champion crowned. Plenty more still to come on the pregame show. You're listening to high school football here on the Wind River Radio Network.
Is a proud supporter of Fremont County Athletics. Lehman Studios offers sports cards, mugs, statuettes, plus several photo package options. Visit us today at 210 West Main in Riverton. Lehman Studios, 856-3941.
Howdy, partners out there in 10 County land. This is Gary Michaud from the WRTA bus line. We are looking forward to reconnecting with all our riders and friends once it is safe for the WRTA to operate. In the meantime, the WRTA would like to graciously thank all those who are keeping our county running, especially the healthcare workers. On behalf of Share a Ride and the WRTA, we can't wait to see all your healthy faces when Big Blue reopens. So don't drink and drive, wear your seatbelt, and keep all four wheels on the road.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Welcome back to the pregame show. It's time now for our prep report, a weekly look at every single high school football game in the state of Wyoming. And we got things underway early this week in Class 3A. On Wednesday, Star Valley defeats Evanston 42-14. Nelson had 3 touchdown passes and a TD run for the Braves. Now today, Thursday, it's Grable at number 4 Shoshone. Ernie Over will have the call of that game for you on KFCW 93.1 FM, and then we have games on Friday, of course. South is at Laramie at 6 o'clock. Rock Springs is number 5 this week. They're at number 3 Cheyenne Central at 6. Campbell County at Sheridan at 7 p.m. Kelly Walsh will be at number 1 Cheyenne East at 7 p.m. Number 2 Thunder Basin will be at number 4 Natrona at 7. In Class 3A, it's number 1 Jackson at number 2 Powell at 5 p.m. A really early kick there. And that one's for all the marbles there in terms of the rest of the season, ranking-wise anyway. Rollins will be at Lander at 6, Riverton at Worland at 6. You can catch that game's pregame show coverage at 5 o'clock on KTAK 93.9 FM, streaming live HD video at wyotoday.com. Number 5 Douglas at Buffalo at 7. Green River is at number 3 Cody at 7 p.m. And then in 2A action, Big Piney is at Cokeville at 3 p.m. Number 1 Mountain View at Thermop at 4 o'clock. Catch pregame show coverage at 3:30 on KDNO 101.7 Classic Country. Donnie Burris and Kevin Simpson will have the call of the game. Number 5 Level at Kimmer at 5 p.m. Number 2 Lyman at Pinedale at 5. Glenrock at number 3 Upton Sundance. Tongue River at number 5 Bighorn, and Wheatland at number 4 Torrington, all at 6 p.m. In Class 1A 9-man, number 3 Lusk is at number 1 Southeast at 2. Wright is at number 5 Saratoga. Moorcroft at Riverside. Wind River has Rocky Mountains number 2 in Class 1A 9-man. That's at 6 o'clock. And then Pine Bluffs is at Lingle Fort Laramie at 7 p.m. In 6-man football, it's Midwest at number 4 KC, Tin Sleep at Burlington, and NSI at Guernsey Sunrise. On Saturday, Hewlett has Hannah Elk Mountain, number 2 Matizzi at number 1 Farson at 1 p.m. And then number 3 Encampment is at DuBois at 2 p.m. Plenty more still to come. You're listening to high school football here on the Wind River Radio Network.
Did you hear that? That's the sound you hear when you know you've just improved your chances of surviving a crash. This Thanksgiving holiday and every single time you get in your vehicle, be sure you and your passengers always buckle up. When you wear your seatbelt as a front seat occupant, your risk of fatal injury goes down 45%. So be sure you arrive safely this holiday season and always buckle up. This message brought to you by the Wyoming Department of Transportation.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Ballard, Dr. Hinkle, and Dr. Frazier offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
Porter's Mountain View Supply is proud to support local high school sports teams for home heating, outdoor grilling, and barbecue, along with the best in spas and hot tubs. See Porter's Mountain View Supply, your locally owned dealer, for top brands like Hearthstone, Quadrifire, and Blaze King stoves, Weber, Big Green Egg, and Green Mountain Grills, Free Flow and Sundance Spas, along with service after the sale. Call Porter's Mountain View Supply in Riverton at 856-6993. Porter's.
9 FM, and streaming live HD video at yotoday.com.
Touchstone Energy Cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit nreca.org. Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at Du Bois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
All right, Cody Beers here with Worland coach Patrick Sweeney, and I know you've been on this staff for a while, Coach, but now you're the head guy. So what's different for you in 2020?
Not much is different. Got a little bit more work, but just try to work hard, earn the respect of the players and the coaches, and just keep trying to get better. So that's where I'm at.
You guys have established yourself as one of the top passing offenses in Class 3A. You've got good quarterbacks, and you've got some good receivers, and it probably starts for you in the offensive line, though.
Yeah, the offensive line is a fun group. They've gotten a lot better. It's got to start there in order to pass it. Put a lot of work. Everyone's put in a lot of work to make it work. If you've coached high school football before, you know that passing effectively is not always easy, and these guys have put in a ton of work. They've learned the system, and they believe in it. So we're just proud of them. It's cool to see all the hard work pay off.
Been a long-standing set of games between Riverton and Worland. This is the 82nd meeting in this matchup, and Riverton holds a little bit of an advantage, but Worland, you guys have done well against Riverton over the last 10 years.
Well, Riverton's a good team, and that's a solid town, so I can believe that. We're just hoping we can change that here moving forward.
Tell us about your receivers. You got a sophomore in Brockton Zanis, junior Jory Anderson, who's got some Fremont County roots. They play a lot of ball for you guys.
Yeah, it's nice to have some depth there. We really trust those guys. They work harder than anybody. The Qs, the skill guys, they put in a ton of work. So we're just very proud to have them. It's nice when you're a small team to have depth somewhere. So that's good.
Well, and that's what I've heard about you guys. You got a bunch of guys that play both ways, but you got tough guys, and it takes a certain amount of toughness and endurance to play both sides of football.
Yeah, we're playing like 170, 180 plays a game. You got to be mentally tough, and you got to be physically tough. We said we wouldn't be able to accomplish our goals this year if we didn't do both of those things, and I'm proud of the guys for doing that.
Has there been some incentive with this bunch of kids? I know some of them were on that basketball team that was favored, in March to go into state, and they finally get to play a sport again in high school, and it's got to be some motivation.
Yeah, I think they realized that things can be taken from you pretty quick. This lifestyle is fragile, and so we've tried not to take it for granted ever this season. It's an easy thing to do, but I think they were fired up to get back to work and play because they like to play. So.
Well, it was tough going in, probably the prohibitive favorite going into state basketball, and then have it yanked away from you.
Yeah, it was hard on a lot of those guys, and we felt terrible. It was a rough go here in Worland, but I think it motivated them. I think, once we talk about controlling what we can control, and once they realized all they could do was move on, I thought they did a good job of doing that. Even got some kids who haven't been out the last couple of years to realize this isn't something you want to just let pass. So
right.
Good things from those guys.
Well, what about Riverton tonight worries you as a coach? I mean, you've probably been watching a lot of their film.
They're playing so hard, and they're using their size. They get downhill in the run game and in the pass game. Balanced, you look at the stat sheet, and they're balanced run, pass, and they're doing it very well, very, very well. They're very well coached. It's good to see that group of coaches headed in the right direction. And so, we always want to take care of the run game, but obviously we've passed the ball a few times, and so we'd like to think that we can cover in the pass game, and we haven't done that very well. So I don't want anything to get behind us. And I just want to be tough and physical inside. It's a big crew. So more than ever, got to be able to do that.
You guys, it's an interesting year, 2020, and it seems like it's one weird thing after another, and it's got to be a calming thing to get to play some football on a Friday night.
It is. I had a hard time imagining not having it. It is. You get worried about outcomes on Friday nights, but at the end of the day, Cody, we're just trying to remember to enjoy it. Remember that there's a lot of teams not got the lights on Friday, and so just play hard, have fun, and do your very best to get better every single day. So
you guys had a fairly significant injury last week, and when Rudy Sanford went down in the second quarter, is he going to play tonight?
We're planning on him playing. He's ready to go. We've got confidence in him, and the biggest thing is that he had confidence to come out and do it. So you may see him take a break or two, but he'll be out there doing all those things. He's warming up right now. So
you guys have a sophomore quarterback, though, that led you on the winning drive against Buffalo. That's big. That's a rivalry game for you guys.
Those two quarterbacks feed off of each other. It's a good problem to have. And Rudy knows that if he needs a blow, or if he needs a series where he can trust number 7 to come in and get some things done, and the team knows that too. And next man up, nothing really changes with this group. They know that the standard is the standard, so we just got to go out and execute.
Coach, a lot of long road trips in Wyoming. We're very thankful that we only had to drive 100 miles to get here.
Yeah.
Hey, good luck tonight.
Thanks a lot.
All right. Hey, thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck.
Have a good day.
Good to see you.
Long have our ancestors debated, taco or quesadilla. Now, Taco John's has finally found the answer. Both. Introducing the Chicken Quesadilla Taco. A taco made with a cheesy quesadilla shell filled with grilled all-white meat chicken and chipotle sauce. And now you can get 2 of them for just $5. History and tacos made. Taco John's. Crunching. Bigger, bolder, better.
It's back! Lander Medical Clinic presents the fastest flu shot in the West. The Drive-Thru Flu Clinic. Every Wednesday and Saturday in October, you can drive in, roll up your sleeve, and get a flu shot without ever leaving your car. Drive-thru hours are Wednesday 4 to 6 and Saturdays from 9 until 1. Drive-thru in your car, your motorcycle, your bike, unicycle, skateboard, even your horse. Remember, Wednesday 4 to 6 and Saturdays from 9 until 1. The Drive-Thru Flu Clinic at Lander Medical Clinic.
Well, Cody Beers here with Troy Anderson, and before the Worland game, and Coach is starting to feel like fall a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're diving into it. I talked to one of my coworkers this morning and said it feels like fall winter. So, it'll be a good game. We'll be up there on the grass again for second time in 3 weeks and see what it's like. I mean, Worland's a good football team. I think this is going to be, I think I've said it the last 3 weeks, we talked about Douglas, we talked about Lander, and now we're talking about Worland. It's a battle for something really important, so I think that's where we're at with it.
You guys still have a lot to play for, and I know, you had to be disappointed coming out of the Lander game, but with a new week, there's new things to work on and new hope.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely, that Lander game definitely stung pretty good. And we're coming into this week, and there's plenty to play for. I think we'd be hard-pressed to not think that there is. And so it's just a matter of keeping guys focused mentally more than physically. We're at a place in the time season from a technical standpoint that we put in a lot of things and we've covered a lot of ground, and it looks pretty clean for the most part. It's just a matter of making sure we get to those assignments in a timely manner and following through with them. So I know it's one of those things where it starts to get very clear, both from a playoff picture and from an execution standpoint on what needs to be done and who's doing it and who we need to coach up a little bit more.
Different type of team in Worland this week. They like to throw the football. They probably throw more than you guys do, which is quite a bit. But they've got a pretty good running back. But for the most part, they focus on Rudy Sanford, their quarterback, and a couple really good wide receivers.
Yeah, I think if you look at the statistics in 3A, that the Sanford kid and those the Anderson, and I can't pronounce, I'm not going to even try. Yeah, I'd massacre that. Those guys are really good players. And there's not been anybody that they've played yet, and they played Lander, that's really slowed them down significantly. The two West teams that they played, Cody and Powell, obviously are a little bit of an exception. But in our side of the house, which is the important side right now at this point in time in the year, nobody's really put a damper on what they do offensively, and they're one of the best teams in the league offensively. So you'd be hard pressed to underestimate what they can do with the senior quarterback. And I'm not sure the age of the other two guys, but I saw the email today, and I think they have more seniors than us. I think there's 26 seniors on their team. So there's a lot of experience up there, and so they're going to come out. It's their senior night also. So
well, it seems like you guys have played senior night or homecoming all year long, so that shouldn't bother you too much. But tell us about the health of your guys, and I know you're missing some guys last week. Where are we at going into Worland?
We're about the same as we were last week. Chris was a little bit nicked up. It wasn't near what I thought it was at the point in time. And we brought him back. You saw that we brought him back in the game, and he performed okay. Not to his capacity, but okay. He's had a pretty good week of practice. We'll run him through the walkthrough and the paces tonight and see what he looks like. Skylar's still not available, and then the other three that have been out the other 2 or 3 weeks, I think it's been kind of lost track, but it's kind of moved down the path here. But Skylar's a no-go still, and we won't have Lucas tonight either.
How about your defensive back? Is he back this week?
Gergen should be back this week, yep. So that'll be a help defensively. That's been a little bit of a challenge for us, and so it's always good to have a player that's been performing back on the field. So hopefully the week off didn't put on too much rust on him. He's been out on the field in the practice field, so I would assume that won't be the case. But hopefully he brings that value that he's been bringing all year long.
That defensive backfield, they'll get tested. I know the Denzanis kid because I played against his dad back in high school, and when Pete Denzanis was in 7th grade, he was a grown man.
Yeah, that's kind of scary to hear. You make me have to go watch a little more film on the defensive side. But they're heck of players, and I know Rudy went out of the game last week. But this goes to the same conversation we had about Jack Sweeney last week. He's a senior, and I think he's been a 3-year starter, maybe even a 4-year starter. I'm not sure. But the kid's a heck of an experienced kid. I'm sure he wants to come out on his senior night in his senior year and put up a good performance. But the backup quarterback is no slouch either. He's a really athletic young man, and I'm sure we'll see a lot more of him in the years to come. And so, yeah, we definitely want to come up there and see what we can do.
Well, through the years, Worland, only 96 miles away, and Riverton have played a lot of football against each other. I believe this is the 82nd meeting, so it's kind of a rivalry almost.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Like our next closest, right? Worland and Lander, and it seems like we're always battling with those other two guys in the thick of things in regards to making the playoffs or trying to position ourselves for playoffs or something of the sort. The thing that I kind of deeply remember about Worland, and it kind of, reflecting back on it right here, is that when we had that bad season in 18, we went over and we were up there in Worland, it was kind of felt like, now that I think about it, the Lander game the other night. We kind of had something going good, and then it got a little sideways on us at the end, and that would have probably made a bit of a difference in that season too. And so hopefully we don't have any repeats of that, and hopefully we can go up there and do a really good job. But they're a very competitive team. You'd be wrong to not think that they are. They've got a new coach, and it looks like they've done some things and put in a new offensive system. It's been successful. I mean, they score the ball. I think with their 20 touchdowns and 10 turnovers offensively or something like that. So again, they do a good thing, and putting it in a new offense is not, as we know, is not unchallenging. So good on them.
Well, you've got one more game, and then depending on how it shakes out, postseason play. The West is still beating up each other every week. This week, the big one is Jackson and Powell up in Powell. That'll be an interesting matchup.
Yeah, I mean, to see those guys smash on each other doesn't make me too sad since they give us a bit of that business in the first part of the season. So I'm glad they get after each other a little bit. I think, it looks like Star Valley's coming on to be Star Valley. Jackson and Powell, and Jackson seems to be the head and shoulders right now, but I mean, the Powell team, it's loaded with some seniors, and they had some success last year, and I'm sure they fancy themselves being in the top four, if not in the final game again like they were last year. And plenty talented, so we'll see how it shakes out. I mean, I think it would be, wouldn't be a secret that this is, kind of about, that there's a good spot of positioning self for that 3 spot, which I think you definitely want if you're us or Worland, and that's going to add some impetus. We talked about playing for a conference title against Douglas, and every week's a conference title, and then you get to Lander, and you're still in the thick of things for maybe a 2, and then we're in it again. So they don't lose in importance, at all.
Well, you guys, you win out, you probably get that number 3 seed, and then it's kind of a toss-up of who you might play on the road in that first game.
Yeah, I think there's still a big Star Valley game. I think maybe Star Valley Cody's left, and so I'm sure that. And then you get into the coin flips of the business over there. I mean, they could very easily have a bunch of probably 3-2 guys, I think, probably, and then they I don't know what they do over there. They arm wrestle or coin flip or whatever it does, but it's going to shake out. And and there's still some tough games left in our conference. I know Buffalo lost again last week, but they are a good football team, and they're gonna come out and compete, I think, every week. So they got to play both Douglas and Lander yet, so we can see what things shake out on our side too.
You don't seem to have any bruises on your forehead, Coach. You're not beating your head against the wall yet in year 1.
No. I mean, I'm a pretty positive guy by nature. And it's it's been challenging, but I was talking to my brother-in-law. They came and watched the game the other night, and he's like, well, the COVID this or that. And I'm not one to make excuses. The results are on the scoreboard. They are what they are, and that's where we performed at, and that's how you're ultimately graded. And so I'm not going to beat my head against the wall. We're gonna make some guys better. Hopefully, continue to do that. And this is a point in time where you start to think about some of these sophomores and stuff getting a chance to cut their teeth, because they'll be real guys next year. They'll be juniors, and so you want to think about those guys finding some space for them, not at the sake of a quality win or being competitive, but just they've probably earned their right playing so many sophomore and JV games that you want to take a look at them against an upper level competition, because there's no doubt in my mind that when you step from JV to varsity that there's a definitely change in the pace of play, and so you want to see those guys too.
Well, you've seen some really good performances from some sophomores this year. I think you found out that Nathan Hutchison, for real, Braden Vincent's a pretty good linebacker too.
Yeah, we would certainly we've seen those guys pick up a little bit more playing time as we've gone along. We haven't seen Braden on the offensive side of the ball, and we're not 100% sure where he's going to be. I know we've seen him in a lot of different places from the JV standpoint. Hutch is played a ton of defense, and he picked up a lot more offense last week than is normal because of Ethan being a little nicked up. So yeah, we've seen those guys, and we've been having those conversations in the coaches' room about like what we're going to looking towards and like how we want to spend time and develop and all those things about how we're going forward as well. Because you can't just wait for that time to come around and like be surprised by it. So that's not how we operate. We always want to be moving forward and be prepared, and then hopefully we get these next 2 games in our favor and we go on the road. I think that in some ways maybe takes a little pressure off of us, to go on the road. I know I read the stat today because I do some reading, and so I was looking at the Wyoming football blog, and I think the stat is that road teams have very hard winning, but I think it also takes some pressure off of some of us too.
Well, Coach, it's been fun, and I know we've still got some more weeks left, but sitting back the start of the year, getting to this point and still playing football with how weird this year has been, it's a bonus every week.
Yeah, I agree, man. Gosh, I feel bad for that Burns team down there, right? I mean, we certainly could be in that case or worse. I don't know if anybody really expected us to get this many games in, so that's awesome. These we are 15 to 18 or whatever the number is, young guys that have getting a chance to play their senior year of football, and they'll get a chance to remember that and end of the day. And we got 2 more, maybe hopefully 3 more, maybe more. I don't know. Games to play, and we're going to play those, out. I don't think to make playoff scenario, we'd be hard pressed to slow it down from there.
All right, Coach. We'll see you at halftime and after the game.
All right, thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
You want to change the look of your home, but you don't have money for siding right now. It's too late for painting outside. Here's a new entry door by Wadena Millwork. Hi, this is Chuck Parmley with Overhead Door Company of Riverton and Lander. Save 10% in October on Wadena Millwork entry doors in steel, fiberglass, or traditional wood. These handsome doors are energy efficient, secure, and nearly maintenance-free. See the complete line at Overhead Door, 600 East Main in Riverton, or call 856-DOOR.
It's back! Lander Medical Clinic presents the fastest flu shot in the West. The Drive-Thru Flu Clinic. Every Wednesday and Saturday in October, you can drive in, roll up your sleeve, and get a flu shot without ever leaving your car. Drive-thru hours are Wednesday 4 to 6 and Saturdays from 9 until 1. Drive-thru in your car, your motorcycle, your bike, unicycle, skateboard, even your horse. Remember, Wednesday 4 to 6 and Saturdays from 9 until 1. The Drive-Thru Flu Clinic at Lander Medical Clinic.
If your plan involves a party, it's your responsibility to plan for a safe and sober ride home. A DWI is a serious crime with serious consequences. This is Cody Bears with WYDOT. If you get busted, you may lose your license, pay thousands of dollars in court costs, legal fees, and higher insurance rates. Make sure your last call is a safe one. Order up a sober ride. And please, don't drink and drive.
Whoa, Travis, how much stuff do you need to take hunting? You pack like a girl.
What? I've got my rifle, my 1 change of clothes, and my 4 coolers of beer.
Well, you might as well stay home. You drink all of that, you won't be able to hit an elk if he's in the tent with you.
Be a friend. Insist that your hunting buddies stay sober. Be safe, be smart, and set a good example for the young hunters in camp. Filling up on alcohol won't help you fill your tag. This message is brought to you by the Fremont County Prevention Program.
Some of our boys, some of our younger kids to step up, and we need to play to our best ability and to our strength to be able to pull off tonight's game.
That's amazing. You beat the same dead horse we beat, so thank you.
Brett, nice job, man. I like it. Nice job, Brett. All right, let's see. I'm going to get used to talking here with right next to the speaker. All right, we'll take another short break, folks. We'll come back here. Kickoff. Oh, go ahead, Cody. Cody's got our Sutherland starting lineups.
Well, Worland won the flip and deferred to the second half, so Riverton will be on offense. And so defensively for this Worland team tonight, a 6', 183-pound senior, Rudy Sanford, a sophomore at 5'7", 167-pound defender, Cade Weber, a 5'9", 167-pound junior, Jory Anderson, a 5'7", 148-pound junior, Taylor Pierce, a 5'9", 162-pound sophomore, Brockton Zanis, a 5'8", 132-pound sophomore, Carter Clark, a 5'6", 129-pound junior, Sam Grzybowski. Grzybowski on defense, a 5'8", 158-pound junior, Aaron Carver, a 5'11", 193-pound senior, Lane McBee, a 5'11", 168-pound senior, Tucker Sullivan, a 5'10", 300-pound senior, Kobe Tigner, a 5'11", 185-pound junior, Josh Rose, and a 6'2", 186-pound junior, Ty Harris. And Eric, some of the interesting things about this team, Trey Wright, a 6'2", 244-pound senior, will not play tonight. He's injured. He happens to be the son of former Riverton High School great and Wyoming Cowboy Willie Wright, who is one of the assistant coaches on this team. And a little bit more trivia about Willie Wright this week, Eric. He had to be helped off the field after injuring a hamstring during practice. So Willie Wright, one of the coaches for Worland, he is the band teacher, and it's good to see Willie back on the sidelines coaching some football.
I love Wyoming. We get to tie in 3 generations of football players and the band teacher all into the I'm impressed. Wyoming's one big small town.
It is one big small town, and you know, there are so many connections to Riverton, Wyoming all over the state. It's a lot of fun to talk about the links between Riverton and these teams, Worland, Lander. We've done it all season. It's been a blast.
All right, folks, moments away from kickoff here in Worland. Just for the record, again, this week we're shooting from behind glass again, which is going to create some weird blurs when we get into fast motion. We're learning. I don't think we can actually get on top of the press box here.
No,
but,
I think you might fall through the roof up here.
Just the broadcast position here, we're not next to the door here. We just couldn't get outside, so we'll deal with that.
We're right by the loudest PA announcer in the state. Without peer, he is the loudest.
They love him. Here's the kick. And this will be returnable. Oh, caught it overhand there at about the 12-yard line and taking it out across the 25-yard line. Ball's out, and Riverton falls on it. And the return man there for Riverton is Gergen. And Kai coughed it up there, but Riverton doesn't pay any penalty. 11:52 first quarter, 0-0 on the Taco John scoreboard. Out come the Wolverines with some new looks here. Jared Lucas will be number 56 playing right tackle. And I've seen smaller right tackles for sure. Under center is DeVries. 2 receivers split wide side of the field. Handoff is to Hyatt. Hyatt drops the boomstick at the line of scrimmage, but not much there. He brought the hit. He was the hammer, not the nail, but falls forward for about a yard.
Yeah, these Worland players, they bring the hammer every night, Eric. They're big, tough. They're outsized by Riverton, but very quick and play good football.
11:30 rolling here in the first quarter. Taco John scoreboard. Dale here to the near side on the numbers, and then out to the far side of the field there is Tanner Johnson. They bring Dale in motion. Handoff to Dale. Here's that sweep we talked about, Cody. And Dale gets to the corner, picks up 2, 3, maybe 4 yards, but there's a flag back in the backfield. It looks like this one's coming back.
Holding going to go on the Wolverines, so something that's hurt Riverton all year rears its ugly head on the first drive, a holding call.
And we hadn't seen that play. Well, did we see that play last? I don't think we saw that play last week.
Yeah, they ran it early in the game like this and then went away from it against Lander.
11-11 here on the Taco John scoreboard, and they'll reset the ball over here on the right hash. And it's going to be 2nd and long for Riverton. Ball is on the 19-yard line. Under center, DeVries. They go spread to the left, to the right. Blitz coming up the middle. McBee fighting through on the offensive line. DeVries takes off right up the middle of the field and is able to pick up good yardage on the quarterback scramble. About, 12 yards on the carry for DeVries.
And nice job recovering, Eric, after that holding call. And so now, a makeable first down here.
10:42, first quarter, zeros on the Taco John scoreboard. 3rd and 6 for the Wolverines. Tanner Johnson wide side. Dale out there on the near side. Blitz coming again through the middle. They're leaving the center uncovered here. Here's the toss and just about picked off there. They got fingers out there on Hayden Brown, who's going to see some more minutes without Lucas Engel today. But it's a 3-and-out, and Tanner Johnson will step back to punt for the Wolverines.
Nice pass break by Aaron Carver on that play. Carver, one of the main defensive weapons for this Warriors team.
Kane to snap. Johnson back there waiting for it at the 19-yard line. Snap's a good one. Foot to it, and it is a not good punt. This one's going out of bounds at about the 35-yard line of Riverton. It went straight up. I don't know if he hit it on the point of the ball or if it just hit the side of his foot, but very uncharacteristic for Tanner.
That 5-yard punt. And Worland with excellent field position here in the first quarter.
Rudy Sanford, the 6-foot, 183-pound senior, brings out the huddle for the Worland Warriors in the orange tops, the black bottoms. Riverton with the road whites, the cardinal numbering and lettering of the black pants. Sanford in the gun, trips to the wide side, and handoff goes to the lone back. Pierce will pick up about 5 yards on the first down carry, brings up 2nd and manageable.
Worland going no huddle offense here on the first drive of the game.
Trips to the wide side of the field, single receiver near side. Sanford takes a snap, fakes the handoff, pumps right, and then steps up into the middle. He'll run with it. Sanford slides down at about the 20-yard line. He'll have a gain of 7 yards. First down, Worland.
Trying to keep Riverton off balance.
Trips wide, single near, moving right to left here on your radio dial. Handoff is Pierce, and he will fall forward left side for a gain of 4 on first down.
Hayden Brown going to get that stop. Jared Lucas out wearing number 56 at the right defensive end. He'll be playing right tackle in the Wolverine offense tonight.
2nd down, they send a motion man out to the right side. They'll wing it out there. It's caught at the line of scrimmage and out across the yard marker for a gain of maybe a yard there. It's Dusanis.
Gain of about a yard will bring up
nice stop by Nathan Hutchison on defense. 3 wide to the left for Worland.
Hand off to Pierce.
Met at the line of scrimmage.
I gotta just turn my mic off and let him go.
Yeah.
Fourth and 3 here, folks. As we got trips to the near side, single receiver near side. Go ahead, Cody.
Gantenbein on that tackle for Riverton.
Sanford takes an audible here from the sideline. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Pierce, throws left side, and it is incomplete.
Intended for Dusanis, incomplete.
And that'll bring up
Riverton will take over
a Wolverines turnover on downs here, Cody. And Worland kind of pushing the pressure there. I didn't actually check to see what their field goal game was like, but
they don't kick much. But that's a good stop for the Wolverine.
Crisis
defense.
averted.
Yeah,
crisis averted.
So now Wolverines come out. Their own fresh set of downs.
Under center, DeVries. Handoff to Hyatt, and he will drag the pile for a gain of 4. Nice first down carry.
Hyatt, the ball carrier, gain of 4. Carter on the stop for the Warriors.
Halftime score in from Powell. It's number 2, Powell 7, number 1, Jackson 7. The battle of the Titans tonight.
To the left, to the right, to Vries, hands off to Hyatt. Nothing fancy. In fact, about the same result on a very similar play. Picks up enough to make it 3rd and 2.
Gain of 3, it'll be 3rd and 2. Josh
7:49 rolling here on the Taco John's scoreboard. And hand off to Hyatt again. Fumbled the football and Worland falls on it. Hyatt broke through, and it actually looked like he had 2 hands on the football, Cody.
Yes.
Popped out, and Worland football again inside the Riverton 30-yard line.
Nice strip recovery by Brockton Zanis. And
Brockton Zanis picked it
so,
up. Here we go, Warriors. 1st and 10.
Worland football again.
1st and 10, moving right to left here on your radio dial. 2 receivers split to each side. Sanford drops back, has good time, and now he's going to step up in the pocket, getting chased out, and he will be dropped by Brown on the far side of the field, a loss of 2 on the play.
Excellent coverage by the Riverton secondary, and you got to give a big credit that time to Blake Dale, Damon DeVries, Nathan Hutchison, and Kai Gergen.
4-man front from Riverton. Here's the snap. Sanford hands off, and Pierce for a couple.
Back to the line of scrimmage.
And a flag flies after the. It's like I'm talking in an echo chamber. Second down here at a flag right at the line of scrimmage.
Personal foul on Riverton.
Wait for the call from the official here.
It's a dead ball foul after the play, I guess.
So this should take us right inside the 15. And now in the red zone, the Worland Warriors. 2 receivers near and single receiver out there to the far, 2 receivers to the far side of the field. Sanford in the gun, takes the snap, drops back, looking to throw, rolls to his right, and gets it to Dusanis there at about the 8-yard line.
7-yard line.
And it'll be a gain of 6 on the play, and they go into the hurry up once again.
Tackle by Vincent.
Sanford in the gun, trips to the left side, wide side of the field, hard counts him, and then checks the play here on the sideline. Pierce offset to his left. Here's the shotgun snap, drops back, looks left, throws left, and it is incomplete, intended for Dusanis.
A good pressure on that play by Caden Gantenbein, and Wolverines, they can get pressure with an assortment of blitzes here, and that would help against this prolific passing offense that Worland brings.
6:42, first quarter, still zeros on the Taco John's scoreboard. They send Dusanis in motion, a fumble in the backfield, ball's on the carpet, it's picked up by Pierce, and he will keep his feet moving here for a short gain, 2 yards, and brings up 3rd down.
Gantenbein on that tackle.
Bring out 4th.
Nice recovery after the
fumble.
fumble.
It should be 4th down. 3rd down on this, should be 4th down.
I believe it's 3rd.
No, it should be 4th down. There we go. Yeah, 4th down.
Okay.
Trips to the near side, single receiver far side. Sanford in the gun. Takes the snap. Fumble, ball's on the carpet and falling on it. Again, a turnover on downs as Pierce fell on it.
No gain on the play, but
and it'll be Riverton football.
Boy, and Worland just unable to hold on to the football. That's a 3rd fumble in this first quarter by the running back, and so it's Riverton ball.
Wolverines are dodging some right now. You know, I mean,
sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
DeVries under center, handoff Hyatt, and Hyatt, nothing fancy, couple yards right side between guard and center.
Hyatt, the ball carrier, gain of 1.
2nd and long now for the Wolverines. Lights on here at Warrior Stadium.
Stop for the Warriors.
5:45, first quarter. The Taco John scoreboard. Under center, DeVries. Fakes the handoff, tosses right side to Dale. And Dale, not much there. 3 Warriors get to him. About 5 yards. Well, he got more than I thought he did. About 5 yards there. And first completion for DeVries goes to Dale. Brings up 3rd and 3 for the Wolverines.
3rd down and 3 for the Wolverines.
5:30. Riverton moving left to right here on that radio dial. 2 receivers to the near side. Under center, DeVries. Hands off to Hyatt, left side. Big hole. Hyatt across the 20. And finally spun down just past the 30-yard line. That one was there big time, about 15 yards on the carry for Hyatt. And the Wolverines out of the danger zone now as they get the ball out past their own 30.
Wolverines have had consistent success over the last 3 or 4 weeks going off the left side of that offensive line, Eric. That time it paid off big time.
1st and 10, Wolverines. Under center, DeVries. Rolls to his right, has a guard pulling out in front of him. He's going to step up and run. And I don't know if that was designed that way or if it was just a coverage deal, but about a yard on the play for DeVries. Were they pretty well covered downfield? Or did?
Well, I just think when he gets pressure, his first reaction is to run first, and a lot of times it pays off.
2nd and 9? Yeah, 2nd and 9 here. 2 receivers off to each side. DeVries under center. Fakes the handoff to Hyatt. Slings it left side. Caught by Johnson. And then it got ripped away, Cody. I think this is a turnover. It is.
Wow.
Tanner Johnson caught the football for a gain of 5, and then it got ripped out by Jory Anderson. I think it was a completion, and then it was torn away.
Wow. So 2nd turnover on Riverton, and another possession for Worland inside Riverton territory, their 3rd straight.
So it'll be billed as a fumble then, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
2 fumbles, 2 turnovers already for Riverton.
1st and 10 Warriors.
Warriors get it back again. Trips near side, single far side, moving right to left here. Shotgun snap, Sanford pitches left side to Pierce. He's got room. Cuts outside the 30 to the 25. Stiff arms Dale to the 23-yard line. And it'll be a gain of 14 on the play.
That's straight out of last week's playbook against Lander. Run on the outside of Riverton's defense.
1st and 10 Warriors. Trips wide, single near. Sanford in the gun. It's Pierce offset. Fakes the handoff. Pumps, and then he's going to run with it. Sanford throws, and it is caught. And it's a touchdown, Warriors. We'll see if it stands. There's a flag back here at the line of scrimmage. And he just floated. I don't know if that was by design or not. If it was a great play, but he floated it.
Ineligible receiver downfield.
And it'll come back.
So first penalty against the Worland Warriors, and it's a big one. Nullifies a 23-yard touchdown.
4:21 on the Taco John's scoreboard. 0-0 still, despite Worland having a bunch of chances here. Haven't been able to make it pay. Sanford in the gun, had Trips to his right, and just kind of underhand tosses this in reversing field as Pierce across the 30, the 25, and about the 22-yard line. I think we're going to have a horse collar.
Wow. Braden Vincent on that tackle. It's like a 5-yard face mask.
Another face mask, and that'll be what's
3 penalties now for 30 yards.
8 yards on the carry, and then the
it's going to be a personal foul face mask. That's going to be half the distance of the goal.
Well, I tell you, if the Riverton Wolverine defense gets out of the first quarter without giving up points, they should get a merit badge here. They've been up against it here. 2 to the near side, 2 to the far side. Sanford shotgun snap, throws right, and it is incomplete. Looking for Anderson out there.
Good coverage.
Overthrown
by Kai Gergen. I think he saw Gergen behind Anderson and just said, I'm gonna go to second down here. Gergen was positioning himself for an interception.
4:02, first quarter. 2 receivers to each side. Sanford in the gun. Pierce back there with him, offset right. Sanford running here. And gets a screen pass here to Duzanis across the 10-yard to the 5-yard line. Touchdown, Warriors. But a bunch of flags fly, and I think we got a block in the back is going to be the call. And this will come back the other direction. If it stands, it'll be a 12-yard touchdown throw, but it will not. 3:55 on the Taco John scoreboard, and Sanford takes a snap. He's being chased down, throws left side, incomplete, intended for Duzanis. Brings up 3rd down.
Third and 10 for the Warriors.
This will be the 3rd time inside the red zone, Cody, for they were just outside the red zone maybe on the first.
Pair of turnovers, a shanked punt. Worland's been down in this end of the field the whole first quarter.
Trips stacked tight on the far side of the field, 1 on the line, 2 off. Here's the shotgun snap to Sanford, and he's being chased down here, rolling left, and then steps back and throws to the end zone, incomplete. Hit him in the hands. That was a nicely thrown ball, frankly, from Sanford. Under duress, too. Incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Hayden Brown, Jared Lucas in Sanford's face, and now I believe Worland may kick it. Yep.
Kicking will be Cade Weber.
Cade Weber, the backup quarterback on this team. Actually, he's holding, I believe.
This will be a 30-yard field goal attempt.
30-yard attempt for the Warriors.
He's a lefty. Here's the snap, the hold. The kick is up there. It's back there. It's in there.
Good by Rudy Sanford.
3-0, and the Worland Warriors win the Super Bowl here at we'll take a 60-second timeout on KTAK, WyoToday.com.
Hey, no alcohol while we're hunting.
It's just 1 beer during lunch.
Pour it out or finish it and be done for the day.
But
I've seen you shoot. You have a hard enough time hitting the target without a beer.
Be a friend. Insist that your hunting buddies hunt sober, be safe, be smart, and a good example to the young hunters in your group. They're watching you. Filling up on alcohol won't help you fill your tag. This message is brought to you by the Fremont County Prevention Program.
Eric Polly, Cody Beers back with you here in the press box. We'll check in with Brett Watson down there on the sideline. And Brett, you were up close and personal there for a bunch of scoring opportunities there for the Worland Warriors before they finally punched one in.
All I can hear is blah, blah, blah in the background. I got feelers out to find the circuit box, so you guys may lose your power pretty soon. But anyway, another good stand by the defense. A couple of those were well covered. They just, got in behind our receivers. We got to pick it up and start playing ball. I mean, penalties and turnovers, the same thing. I was going to tell you in the break, I think Hyatt's going to break one. He is close about every other time he touches the ball.
Okay, here we go.
He's about one step away from breaking one, so keep an eye on that.
All right, thanks, Brett.
Back to you guys.
Check back in with you here a little bit later on. 3:32 in the first quarter.
That field goal, Eric, a 27-yard field goal by Rudy Sanford. He kicks left-handed or left-footed. 3-0 lead, and
wait, was that Sanford or was that
it was Weber held on the
he held
the ball, and it was Rudy Sanford from 27 yards. 3:32 mark, and Worland with a 3-0 lead.
Dale and Johnson here to the near side. Or, I'm sorry, Hutchinson near side, a wide side there. We have Johnson, handoff is Hyatt, and Hyatt off to the left side for a gain of 5 on the play.
Hyatt, the ball
I'll give him 6, actually.
6 on the play.
Aaron Carver on the tackle.
3:15, first quarter, 3-0 Warriors.
And Carver with the stop.
Dale near side, Hutchinson near side. Wide side of the field is Johnson. Man in motion is Dale. They hand off to Dale. He's got 2 blockers in front of him, hits the corner and steps up for a first down. And a flag flies.
And a late flag.
This one's probably coming back. I'm guessing a holding call will be
9 on the play.
what we see here.
Pearson Duzanis with the stop.
That's going to be the 4th penalty now on Riverton for 50 yards. And, boy, Riverton just self-destructing on penalties and turnovers in this first quarter.
Holding on the Wolverines.
So this will back him up again. 2:53 first quarter, 3-0.
It's a nice run there, nullified by Blake Dale.
That'll be 2nd and 8 for the Wolverines. Under center this time, DeVries hands off and stacked up in the backfield. Hyatt's got hit at the handoff. That'll be a loss of 2 on the play. Well, the clock's still rolling here. 2:34 on that Taco John scoreboard. 3rd and long for Riverton. Dale and Brown to the near side. Hutchinson and Gergen, or no, that's Johnson out there. Here's DeVries. He's going to pump the throw, and he's going to take off with it. He is going to be short of the first down. He got wrapped up there at the 28-yard line, and Riverton will send out the punt unit. About 5 or 6 yards on the scramble there for DeVries.
Caden Weber and Aaron Carver with the stop will bring up 4th and 2.
$1:50 to play, first quarter, 3-0. Worland with the lead.
Johnson on to punt.
Anderson back to receive for Worland. Tanner Johnson standing on his own 15-yard line. Here's the snap from Kane. Gets it back there. Puts a foot to it, and this is a better punt. It's a wobbler. It bounces at the 40 and out of bounds at about the 36-yard line.
At about the 35-yard line.
1:24 to play, first quarter, 3-0 lead for the Worland Warriors. And Riverton lucky it's just that, Cody.
A 38-yard punt, and Johnson finally sees one of his kicks go, and they pin Worland inside their own territory. So 38-yard punt.
1st and 10 from their own 34.
1st and 10 Warriors from the 34.
Echo.
In the gun, Sanford slaps his hands, throws right, and it is caught by DeSantis at the 35-yard line, carries it out to the 40, and it'll be a gain of 6 on first down.
Kai Gergen, Nathan Hutchison on the tackle. Good gain.
104. Trips to the near side, single receiver far side. Shotgun snap, pitch left side. And Pierce is going to be tracked down by DeVries. Nice job. DeVries saw his gap and brought it. Good defensive play there.
Yeah, Damon DeVries came on a line from his free safety spot.
With the tackle.
3rd and 5 here for the Warriors. 2 receivers to the wide side of the field. Man in motion is DeSantis. They draw him out of the backfield and they throw over to him, and it is incomplete. They've gone to the well maybe one too many times there. That one was pretty predictable. As soon as you see him start to load up on that backward motion, Riverton was ready for it. 4th down, ball spotted at the 39.
Nathan Hutchison right there. And that ball would have been delivered in the front. I believe he might have intercepted it.
Yep. Back to receive for Riverton is Dale at about the 22.
His dad's the car salesman at Fremont.
Gergen deep. Sanford to kick.
Here's the punt from Sanford. Dale back there to receive it. And Dale catches at about the 25. Dale out across the 30. Has a blocker in front of him to the 40. And out of bounds at about the 44-yard line. A gain of...
At about the 45-yard line.
We'll call it...
22 yards?
Yeah, 23 yards, I was going to say, on return for Dale.
37 yards on the punt.
Nice job there after a 37-yard punt. Good return.
And 21 yards on the return.
We had
13 and a half seconds to
I
play
had
here.
22, you had 23, and the announcer had 21 on that return.
Oh, it's between the three of us. Two receivers each side, man in motion. They fake. Here's DeVries dropping back, looking to throw. Sends it, and this is caught at the 48-yard line. Clock ticking down here. Reception made there by Ethan Patterson. And that's the end of the first quarter. 3-0, second and short for the Wolverines. They'll flip sides of the field. We'll be back after this break on KTAK.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, it makes sense to choose an insurance agent who lives in Fremont County. Your local Allstate agent, Bill Brown, knows the ins and outs of both owning and protecting your home. Call Bill today for a free quote at 856-6573.
Are you buckled up? You better be. It's the law. Police officers and highway troopers can stop and ticket you for not wearing your seatbelt. This is Cody Bears with WYDOT. Keep yourself, your friends, and your family safe. Speak up and insist that everyone is belted inside your vehicle. In a crash, an unbelted person can slam into and injure others in your vehicle. Remember, buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Eric Pauly, Cody Beers back with you here at Worland High School. 12 minutes to play in the first half, and it's 3-0 Worland. Riverton moving in the right direction here, right to left now, and they have it on the 45-yard line of the Worland Warriors.
1st and 10, Riverton.
DeVries under center, sends Brown in motion, right side, handoff to Hyatt, flag at the line of scrimmage. And I think we're going to have a legal procedure here, 2 men in motion.
Yeah, Brown he cut too soon. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty.
Would have been a short gain.
Already 5 penalties for 55 yards on the Wolverines.
Legal shift. Will be a 5-yard penalty.
Now 1st and 15 for Riverton. What a draw play here. They go back to the deep back here with DeVries under center. Takes a snap, and yep, there it is. Hyatt just about has it ripped out there at the original line of scrimmage. And they're trying to rip that ball out, Cody, every single play.
They are. They're stripping.
5 yards there for Hyatt.
Tackle by Tucker Sullivan. Gain of 5 on the play.
11:30 rolling here, first quarter on the Taco John's scoreboard. 3-0 Worland Warriors. Tanner Johnson here to the near side. 2 receivers wide side. DeVries, handoff right side to Hyatt, has room, steps up to the hash, stiff arm across the 30, 25 down to the 20-yard line. And great job there from Hyatt, gain of, let's see here, 25 yards on the play.
Boy, and Brett Watson called that from the sidelines, Eric. That time Hyatt off the right side of his offensive line behind Jared Lucas and Isaiah Bemmett.
1st and 10. 11:04 on the Taco John scoreboard. Trips left side, handoff Hyatt. And Hyatt's tough yards here, still on his feet. And getting ripped on there. Will pick up 3 or 4 yards on the first down carry.
Got a hold of his ankle on that play, and the defensive back just kept jerking on it. And it's like, Trayton's like, let go of me, you little bug.
2nd and 6. 10:35 now on the Taco John scoreboard.
And 6.
Johnson and Hutchinson near side. Dale and Brown wide side. They hand off to Hyatt. Hyatt still on his feet. Dragging the pile for a gain of 3 on the play. It's the 12th touch for Hyatt already.
Yeah, steady diet of Trayton Hyatt on this drive, and so far so good. Riverton already with 2 lost fumbles in this game, and Worland actively trying to strip the Riverton ball carrier.
Dale right side, Brown right side. Hutchinson, Johnson to the near side, timeout taken. We go with them back after this. You're listening to Wolverines football on KTAK 93.9 FM, streaming live HD video at yotoday.com.
Bailey's Enterprises It's a proud sponsor of Riverton Wolverines football. For over 50 years, Bailey's has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service and to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey, go Wolverines.
9:56 to play in the first half. It's 3-0 on the Taco John's scoreboard. Wolverines trailing the Worland Warriors. Riverton with a 3rd and short to deal with here. About 3 to go. They need the 11-yard line.
Officiating crew out of Lovell, Eric. Chris Edwards lost his mom this week. Our thoughts and prayers to his family. He's the white hat.
Under center, DeVries fakes the handoff to Hyatt, goes to Dale. And Dale makes the corner outside the 15, cuts up at the 10, down at about the 9-yard line. And a gain of 5 yards, maybe 6 on the play for Dale.
That jet sweep having some success.
It is.
Tonight. And Dale picking his blocks and nice gain.
From the 9-yard line.
First and goal for the Wolverines. 9:46 on the Taco John scoreboard. Under center, DeVries, Dale, Brown to the wide side, Hutchinson and Johnson near side. Handoff is Hyatt. He's hit at the line of scrimmage, still driving. Gets 5 yards on the first down carry. And they're trying to tackle Hyatt high, and it's not working.
Well, and they're doing nothing but tackling the ball. And Trevor doing a good job of holding on to that football.
Nose of the football right at the 5-yard line, right in the middle of the field. Hyatt back there, Brown back there. Remember, Jared Lucas playing tackle today. Here's the fake handoff. Hyatt throws over the middle to Dale, tipped and almost intercepted.
Intended for Gergen, incomplete. Knocked away by Carter Clark.
9:10 to play here.
That pass was actually attempted for Blake Dale, and it was just delivered behind him.
Dale has
3rd and 5.
got his fingers on it. Got tipped up. Under center, DeVries to the left, to the right. Hyatt back there. And the handoff to Hyatt. Hyatt spins down, picks up a couple. And it's going to bring up 4th and question mark here for Riverton is what they want to do here.
About 4th and 1, Eric.
I think you're going here, right?
I think you have to.
You're going here.
We're going to get a timeout by Riverton.
Timeout taken. And we go with them here on KTAK, streaming live HD video, yotoday.com.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
Eric Pauly, Cody Beers, Brett Watson back with you here at Worland High School. 8:54 to play in the first half, and Riverton with a 4th and goal from the 1. And it is pretty much right on the 1-yard line, it looks like, doesn't it, Cody?
Yeah, it's right on the 1. You got to think, why not Damon DeVries behind his big center and his left guard, Caden Gantenbein.
4th and goal from the 1.
DeVries under center. Hyatt back there. DeVries, quarterback keep. Rolling forward. Let's see. There it is. Touchdown, Riverton. Wolverines lead at 6-3 now on the Taco John scoreboard. Got behind his bigs and rolled in.
Yeah, and why not get behind Ryland Kane, Caden Gantenbein, 2 of your best linemen, and Riverton with its first lead of the game.
Line up for the PAT. It'll be Kane to snap, DeVries to hold, Johnson to kick. Fires it back there. The hold is there. The kick is back there and in there. 7-3 now with 8:49 to play in the first half. We'll take a 30-second timeout on KTAK.
Building a stronger, safer CWC. Your health is our top priority. If you're coming to the CWC campus, please wear a mask and go online and fill out the daily wellness screening form at healthy.cwc.edu. Wear a mask when you arrive on campus. Find a health screening station in the Health Science Building or the Arts Center Theater. Check your temperature and you're on your way. Again, to fill out the daily wellness form, go to healthy.cwc.edu and we'll see you on campus.
Eric Polly, Cody Beers, Brett Watson back with you. Let's check in with Brett down on the field as we got 8:49 to play here in the first half. The Wolverines punch one in. Brett, what'd you see down there? The penalty, is that what you were talking about?
Oh, you guys backpedaling me too far. That was actually the personal foul in that last series. The referee looked around and it was Vincent was actually hit the guy, but it wasn't a light hit. The guy fell over the top of his own player, which made it look a lot worse. So anyway.
I got you.
Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Brett. Ball went out at about the 11-yard line, so flag flies.
Scoring update in from Powell. Third quarter score, number 1 Jackson 14, number 2 Powell 7, and a first quarter score, Lander 7, Rollins 0. We got another penalty on Riverton on that kickoff. They kicked the ball out of bounds, so they'll get the ball at the 35.
8:49 to play in the first half. 4-point contest. Riverton with the lead. Warriors with the football. 1st and 10 from the 35. Split backs this time for the Warriors. Sanford takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looks for DeSantis, throws over the middle, and it's caught by Anderson after a gain of 7.
42-yard line, a gain of
Coverage and tackle by Nathan Hutchison, and
7 on the play. Second
nothing
down
fancy
3.
out of the senior quarterback.
Hutchinson on the stop.
Trips near side, single receiver far side, shotgun snap, handoff now to Pierce, and Pierce with a nice little side lateral step in the backfield gives him a hole to run through off the right side, and he'll pick up 6 or 7 on the carry.
Brandon Couch and Gabe Higgins on that tackle for Riverton.
8-10 rolling, man in motion from left to right. Anderson, now here's the shotgun snap to Sanford, throws it left side to Pierce on a shuttle pass, and he's got great room, great speed there on the side. Looks like he'll have 10 or more. Sees where he steps out of bounds. They'll give him 12 yards. And that time he shows a little bit of speed.
Yeah, he got to the edge, and he's done that, I believe, 3 times in this game around that end.
Sanford in the gun. Trips near side, single receiver far side. Handoff to Pierce, and Pierce gets caught up here in the backfield and then finds a little bit of room off to the left side and makes something out of it. Got about 3 on the play.
Gabe Higgins and Vincent on that tackle.
7:40, second quarter. 2 receivers near side, too far. Here's the shotgun snap. Pressure coming. Vincent chasing him, and throwing it away will be Sanford, as Vincent was hot on the trail.
And nice pressure by the sophomore linebacker. All-out blitz. And you'd think you'd see that more because, you know, the Worland quarterback, Sanford, nicked up in this game.
2 receivers near side, 2 far side. 7:34 play in the second quarter. Third down snap here as Sanford drops back, steps up, throws, and it is incomplete, throwing over Anderson's outstretched hands.
Bring up 4th.
It'll be 4th down, and looks like they're going to try to move the football here. At least get a hard count. Waiting for the play call here from the sideline. 2 receivers near side, man in motion left to right is DeSantis. There's the snap to Sanford. Pressure coming, steps up and throws over the middle, and it is almost picked off. DeVries and Dale were both there. I don't think they just poked it down, and it'll be a turnover on downs. That was actually a pretty heads-up play there. If they picked it off, they would have been in potentially worse position back there.
Nice pass breakup by Damon DeVries. So the Wolverine defense holds again.
Well, they've bent, not broken, Cody, in the first half. They've been dealt some short fields, too. Under center, DeVries, 2 receivers to the near side. They fake the hand out to Hyatt and throw right side to Dale. Got a little bit too far and too high to him. Falls incomplete.
Where they thread that needle, he might go.
Carter Clark was right there.
7:21 to play, 2nd and 10. Riverton leads by 4, 7-3 on the Taco John scoreboard. Under center, DeVries hard counts him and then sends Brown out. Fake the handoff. They throw right side screen to Dale. Dale with a little shake and bake on the far side of the field, and Blake Dale will pick up 5, maybe 6 yards on the screen play.
Pearson, Carter Clark. Gain of 7 on the
Give him
play.
7, Eric.
Third down.
My bad.
Got a lot of commentary off my right shoulder.
7:05 to play here. Handoff to Vries to Hyatt. And Hyatt, good tough run. You know, he's putting his head down and squaring his shoulders up, and he's bringing the hit. It'll be close to the first down.
Nothing fancy from Trayton Hyatt. Just straightforward running. Nice blocking by the left side of that Riverton offensive line. Isaiah Bemmett, Caden Smith.
1st and 10 Wolverines. 2 receivers to the far side. DeVries hands off to Hyatt. And again, nothing fancy there. Hyatt just breaks it off to the right side and got himself about 7 yards.
McBee with the stop.
Recipe for what's working in this game, just some smash mouth football.
I tell you, Jared Lucas doing a pretty good job out there.
Gain of 7 on the play.
Yeah,
Playing some tackle.
He's played some line before.
Under center, DeVries, handoff Hyatt. Hyatt drags the pile and picks up the first down.
40-yard line.
Gain of 7 on the play.
And a Wolverine first down.
It's a methodical drive by the Wolverines. Trayton Hyatt, well, might be a little sore tomorrow.
That's his 17th touch. 2 receivers near side, 2 far side. They're in tight here on the wide side of the field. Handoff to Hyatt. Hyatt breaks a tackle and then another. He'll pick up 13 yards on first down. I think maybe the size of Riverton starting to wear on him up front.
Well, and I've not seen a Riverton offense that was this deliberate, rush first, in a long, long time.
5:50 to play in the first half.
You know, you take what teams give you, Eric, and right now, this is a type of football that you love.
I do. Under center, DeVries. Man in motion right to left, Dale. They give it to him. He's got a blocker in front of him with Hyatt. Still on his feet out across the 25. Steps inside at the 20. And then dragged out of bounds at about the 18-yard line. And a gain of 8 on the play for Dale.
Gain of 7 on the play.
Jet sweep working well tonight. I believe that's the 6th time they've run it, all for positive yards.
Tanner Johnson left side, Hutchinson and Dale far side. Brown's back there at that fullback tight end, and then they hand to Hyatt. Hyatt close to the first down on the handoff right side.
Tackle by Ty Harris.
It's one of these Wolverine drives that eats clock, and it makes the other team's lungs hurt, Eric. I mean, just beat them up football.
Short of the first down. 3rd and a couple inches here. Too near, too far. And DeVries tosses it to Hyatt. Back behind him. Hyatt with room here at the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. That was a backwards pass there to Hyatt. First down, Riverton.
Well, I almost started scratching my head there, but Hyatt broke it off for a nice gain.
Took it from the 16 to the 9. Gain of 7 on the play.
Another positive rushing attempt for the senior.
Haven't seen Hyatt catch a lot of passes this year.
No, that might be his first.
I was trying to think, yeah. DeVries took it himself. on 1st and goal for a couple.
7-yard line. Gain of 3.
At that time, the Worland defense just got a good push, and they had their hands on DeVries before he could go back to pass.
2nd and goal. Ball on the right hash. Riverton moving right to left here on the radio dial. Hutchinson and Johnson left side. Dale and Brown far side. Under center's DeVries. Fakes the handoff to Hyatt. Throws right side to Dale in the end zone. Touchdown, Riverton.
Touchdown, Riverton.
7-yard touchdown pass from Damon DeVries to Blake Dale.
That was beautiful. He turned and was ready for the ball right as it got there. Great timing, great throw, great catch. Wolverines up 13-3 now on the Taco John scoreboard. Lining up for the PAT. Kane to snap. DeVries to hold. Johnson to kick. Here's the kick. It's up, and it is in there. 14-3 now on the Taco John scoreboard. We'll take a timeout. Back after this. You're listening to Wolverines football on KTAK 93.9 FM, streaming live at wyotoday.com.
Drive now, text later.
Create your own sunshine.
Buckle up, tough guy. I hear and I forget. I see and I remember. I do and I understand. Seatbelts keep you hanging in there.
Don't leave your life on the road.
Don't regret the past, just learn from it.
Superheroes, buckle up.
It's better to buckle up than sorry.
You are enough.
Don't leave your life on the road.
This is Cody Beers with YDOT. Wherever you are, wherever you're going, buckle up. Take care of each other on our highways, on the Wind River Reservation, and everywhere else.
Eric Pauly, Cody Beers with you. 3:56 to play as the Wolverines up down 14-3.
Want a breath mint? A little inside joke tonight?
We could throw one to Brett down there. I don't know.
I don't see anybody around him for like 10 yards, so he might need one.
Here's the kick from Johnson. Puts a foot to it. And it is returnable. Anderson brings it out from the 5. He's got speed, folks. Gets it across the 28 to the 29-yard line. 24 yards on the return.
Nice piece of tackling there by Garrett Popkis.
Riverton's defense. Right now, my player of the game is Riverton defense, man. They were handed a short field on 4 different possessions in the first half and only gave up 3 points.
First and 10 Warriors.
Sanford in the gun. Throws right side quickly, and it is incomplete. Well high of his intended receiver, Cade Weber.
Sanford hearing a few footsteps coming at him from the rush of this Riverton defense. Forced to release it early.
And in motion left to right, or right to left is Anderson. They toss it out here to Pierce. And Pierce trying to get lateral with it. He'll get swallowed up by Vincent. The flag flies. I think we might have had a face mask here. 2nd and 10. We'll see what the whistle is here. The flag is.
One penalty on Worland for 5 yards. Got a 5-yard face mask on Riverton. Now 6 penalties for 60 yards in this first half.
5-yard penalty.
Same stuff hurting Riverton this season. Every week.
2nd and 5. And the gun, Sanford. 2 receivers off to each side. Takes a snap, looking right all the way here. Throws it over the top, and it is incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
Looking for Pierce.
Garrett Popkis, Hayden Brown right there. Good pursuit. Isaiah Bennett looks like he's battling a little bit of an ankle injury, but he's playing every down for the Wolverines.
2 receivers to each side. Sanford looks to the sideline, checks the play. Takes the snap, drops back, looking left, steps up. He's going to run with it. He's got room, too. He's out across the 40. He's got a blocker in front of him. Still on his feet across the 50-yard line, out of bounds at the 46. 25 yards on the play.
Warrior first down.
Right at 20-yard run.
Two receivers to the near side. Man in motion left to right now will be trips to the right side. They fake it, and then it is incomplete. Pass intended for Anderson. And that is the 6th straight incompletion for the Worland Warriors. Second and 10, two receivers to each side. Man in motion left to right here is DeSantis. Here's the shotgun snap to Sanford, being chased down, throws right side. It is caught by Anderson at the 38-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play.
Ty Gergen on that coverage with the tackle.
Gain of 9. Third and short. Pierce the back. Offset right side from Sanford. Again with two receivers off to each side. Here's the snap. Sanford looks left, throws left, and it is incomplete. We got a flag in the backfield.
Who is that?
Multiple flags.
Jared Lucas looks like he's going to be flagged after the play. They had I believe, a holding call on Worland, and then Lucas retaliated, and he was caught.
They'll be offset here.
They should offset.
Maybe 14-3, 3:04 to play.
Looks like they might have picked up that flag.
Yeah, I think they did. Third and long.
I think they picked it up.
Yep. Just that holding call. Here's Sanford looking to throw. Airs this one deep, looking for Anderson. It is incomplete. Threw into double coverage there.
Excellent coverage, Nathan Hutchison and Blake Dale.
Now, Worland will be forced to punt.
Another good defensive run, aided by that penalty. Only 2 penalties for 15 yards on Worland. Riverton was 6 penalties for 60 yards.
Blake Dale back to receive at his own 15-yard line. And here's the snap, a good one. And a running kick here, left side. Dale gets it at about the 16, across the 20, 25, turns on the speed at the 27. I get about 13 yards on the return there for Blake Dale. .246 to play, 14-3 on the Taco John's scoreboard. First half here in Worland, Riverton with an 11-point lead.
38-yard punt by Riddy Sanford.
Two receivers stacked on top of each other here. They give the handoff to Hyatt. Hyatt rips through a tackle, stiff arms, and is finally brought down for behind after a gain of 16 yards. And that was about 8 yards on the first part of the run, and then about 8 more on the second effort.
Boy, what a run by Trayton Hyatt.
That's touch number 20 for him. First and 10 at the 46-yard line. They throw right side to Dale, caught, and he'll pick up 9 yards on the first down toss to Blake Dale.
Gain of 9 on the play.
And Dale having himself a night, running the ball, catching the ball, making good plays on defense.
That's his 4th reception. Let's see, he's got 16, 24, 29 yards receiving, and then 13 on the ground. Second and short. Under center is DeVries, handoff to Hyatt. Hyatt again bringing the hit here. And he still didn't go down. He had 4 different Warriors on him. Gets the 3 yards he needs. First down, Riverton.
Josh Rose and Lane McBee.
Clock running inside 2 minutes, and the Wolverines driving again.
10 for the Wolverines.
147.
Worland going to get the ball to open this second half, so this is a big drive by the Wolverines.
147 to play. Here's DeVries, handoff to Hyatt. This time, Hyatt kind of, I don't know if he got tripped up there or what, but he just kind of stalled out at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second and 10.
A loss of a yard.
No gain on the play. 1:20 to play. First half, Riverton leads by 11. Johnson to the near side. Dale and Hutch over to the far side of the field. DeVries under center, has that offset formation back there. Sends out Brown. Here's the handoff, fake to Hyatt, and then flag flies. I think Brown cut up too early there. Is that what you think?
Yeah, he did it again. Illegal motion. False start, whatever you want to call it. They call false start on that.
Well, and Brown, I mean, he's seeing some more minutes here with Jared Lucas having to go to tackle. Jared Lucas normally be the kid back there, so you can expect some of that.
Yeah, Brown just hasn't played much of that tight end position at all, and but Jared Lucas enjoying a nice night at right tackle, stepping up tonight when the Wolverines need him most.
Second and long, 50 seconds to play in the first half. Looks like they're doing the same play here. Handoff is Hyatt, and Hyatt for 3 on second down.
When he had a false start again, but no call on the play.
38.6 seconds and a timeout taken on the field. We go with them back after this on KTAK.
Whoa, Travis, how much do you need to take hunting? You pack like a girl, and I only have one bag.
What? I've got my rifle, my 1 change of clothes, and my 4 coolers of beer.
Well, you might as well stay home. You drink all that, you won't be able to hit an elk if he's in the tent with you.
Be a friend. Insist that your hunting buddies stay sober, be safe, be smart, and set a good example for the young hunters in camp. Filling up on alcohol won't help you fill your tag. This message is brought to you by the Fremont County Prevention Program.
38.6 seconds remaining in the first half. Riverton leads at 14-3. Eric Pauly, Cody Beers with you here in the press box. Brett Watson down on the sideline. And this is going to be a pivotal down here, Cody, is under 40 seconds. You want to get some points on the board. You got a good kicker, but of course you want to go for 6.
Fourth quarter score, Jackson 14, Powell 14. Tight one in Powell tonight.
DeVries under center with 2 receivers to each side. Drops back, and he's going to get sacked. And it'll be a loss of 10 on third down, and Worland brought it that time.
Be a timeout taken by the Wolverines. Got some other scores, Eric, to share with everyone tonight. Halftime score, Lander 16, Rollins 8. Riverton will close out its regular season next Friday night in Carbon County against the Outlaws. In Class 2A, final score, Cokeville 19, Big Piney 14. Its final score, number 1, Mountain View 38, Thermopolis 14. We had that one over on 101.7. KDNO. Halftime score, Level 43, Kemmer 0. Second quarter score, Lyman 21, Pinedale 0. Upton Sundance 21-0 over Glen Rock in the second quarter. It's Bighorn 14, Tongue River 0 in the second. Other scores coming in, final Southeast 35. They're the number 1 9-man team over number 3 Lusk 16.
Fourth down, and now Riverton will be forced to punt it away. Anderson back to receive, back on his 20. Johnson standing on his 35 for the punt. .28 seconds here on the Taco John scoreboard. Here's the punt. And this one will bounce at the 20. And Riverton will grab it about the 24.
The ball is dead.
19 seconds remain in the first half. 11-point contest. 14-3.
30-yard punt, no return. The Warriors
On the Taco John scoreboard. Hang around for the Premier Bone and Joint halftime show. We'll take a look at your stat lines from the first half and check in on scores around the state. There was a little bit of an upset alert in that Thermont Mountain View game until the third quarter, and then Mountain View turned it on.
Little upset special in the second quarter. Number 5 Rock Springs in 4A 7. Number 3 Cheyenne Central 0.
2 receivers to the far side of the field. They send a man in motion and then toss it left side to Pierce. He shakes inside, gets outside, headed for the sideline, and makes it across for a first down, 12 yards on the carry, and just 11 seconds left on the clock here. And continues to run.
Timeout, Warriors.
Timeout finally comes with just 8 seconds left to play in this one. In the first half.
11-yard gain on the play.
Central last week dropped their first game of the season to crosstown rival Cheyenne East, and tonight trailing Rock Springs 7-0 in the second quarter in Class 4A. That's the only score we've got in 4A, and as I said, fourth quarter score in 3A. Number 1 Jackson 14, number 2 Powell 14. Smash Mouth football tonight up there at Panther Stadium. I work with a guy whose son's the new center for the Powell Panthers, and I said, "You ready for this one?" He said, "We're ready." And tonight they're giving Jackson all they want.
1st and 10 with 7.8 seconds on the clock. Trips to the near side, single receiver to the far side of the field. Ball's going to be on the left hash. And it's, I mean, I don't think you're going to get more than one. Well, we're going to put time back on the clock. So it's to 11.1 seconds now.
Can you say gadget play here? Hook and ladder,
You got a
something
chance
like
at
that.
maybe 2 plays now with 11 seconds. We're still waiting on something here.
Looks like they got to add some more time. It's going to be 11.7 seconds.
Okay.
About 32 people talking up here inside the press box, and one really loud one off my right shoulder.
Trips near side, single receiver to the far side.
Put 1 minute and just let it go down.
And there we go, 12 seconds on the clock.
Hey, they got it.
1.7. All right.
What a deal. 11-7.
Trips near side, single far side. Shotgun snap on its way here to Sanford. Takes it, drops back, throws to the left side. It is picked off by Dale at the 35-yard line. Back across the 50, cuts inside to the 40. 45 still on his feet, down to the 30-yard line. And brought down at the 27-yard line. Flags everywhere, and clock has run out.
Yeah, it's going to be going Riverton on that return. But again, Blake Dale, excellent first half by the junior.
Let's see what the call is here.
Now we got an injured Warrior on the field, Eric.
What was the penalty?
They haven't called it yet, I don't believe. There's Chris Edwards calling it.
They're going to get an explanation here for the coaches first, it looks like. So nobody's entered the locker room yet. So time can't expire on a defensive penalty. So I guess it's going to depend on what this is.
Looks like he's in some pain down there on the sidelines, that Worland player.
Still haven't gone, nobody's headed away, so I'll wait on what this call is here, folks. But stick around for the Premier Bone and Joint halftime show. I think Riverton thinks they've got 1 play left here. The halftime? Okay, penalties declined. We'll head to the Premier Bone and Joint halftime show. Back after this, you're listening to Wolverines football, up 14-3 against the Worland Warriors on KTAK 93.9 FM and streaming live at wyotoday.com.
Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
Hunting season is here, and that means the Wind River Radio Network and WyoToday.com's Big Bull Contest is back. All you have to do is have a valid elk tag for this year and live in Fremont, Hot Springs, or Washakie County. Then you're in. Starting October 1st, bring your legally harvested bull to the Wind River Radio Network's office at 603 East Pershing. Our team will measure it, and then you're in the running for the biggest bull. There's men's, women's, and children's divisions with thousands of dollars in prizes. For more information, visit WyoToday.com.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wider range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Gales Carpet One is a proud sponsor of this Riverton Wolverines broadcast. Lombardi once said, "The only place success comes before work is in the dictionary." Gales wants to applaud these young athletes on their drive to become the best team possible and show the state of Wyoming what it means to be a Wolverine. Gales Carpet One, floor and home, 220 East Main in Riverton. Go Big Red!
Do you have a lead foot? Here's some heavy news. Speeding is one of the leading causes of traffic crashes. This is Cody Bears with WYDOT. Don't put your schedule above everyone else's safety. Stop tailgating. Don't try to beat traffic lights. And please, pass safely and legally. Drive at safer speeds. Remember the posted speed limit. Slow down. Look out for the other driver. Slow down, Leadfoot.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Eric Pauly, Cody Beers back with you here in the press box. Wolverines lead this one 14-3 with 11:29 to play, or 11:29 remaining here at halftime, I'm sorry. And Wolverines off to a great start rushing. I've got Trayton Hyatt, 23 carries and 131 yards. And then, let's see, DeVries has 6 carries for 12 yards. And then Dale with 2 carries for 13 yards, giving Riverton a $156 on the ground in the first half. And through the air, 7 of 10 for 49 yards for Damon DeVries. And he had a long toss of 10 yards caught by Ethan Patterson. Patterson with 1 reception. Tanner Johnson with a reception. 1 reception for Trayton Hyatt of 7 yards. And then Dale has 4 receptions. And he's got, let's see here, 6, 11, 18, 27 yards receiving for Dale in the ball game. He's also got a total of 36 yards in return. And Riverton again with 156 on the ground and 49 through the air. Gives them, let's see here, total of 205 of total offense in the first half, not including their special teams. On the flip side, here for the Worland Warriors, 80 yards on the ground, 55 of those coming from Pierce, and 25 net coming from their quarterback, Sanford, giving them, again, 80 yards total rushing in the first half, 29 through the air on, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 18. 5 of 18 for 29 yards, and they have 24 yards of return yardage. So 109 yards of total offense for the Worland Warriors in the first half. We'll take another timeout. Back after this, it's the Premier Bona Joint halftime show. The Riverton Wolverines leading at 14-3, 11-point lead here in Worland on KTAK and streaming live at wyotoday.com.
Brown Sugar Coffee Roastery is proud to sponsor youth sports for the best in fresh roasted coffee, breakfast, lunch, and dinner on the weekends. You'll enjoy the best locally sourced food at Brown Sugar Coffee, 203 Main Street in Riverton.
Here's an important update from Wind River Family and Community Health Care. They are continuing to see patients during this trying time. If you have a cough, shortness of breath, and a fever, call 307-855-2966 or 307-857-9489 before coming to the clinic. A nurse will triage you over the phone. They will ask questions regarding symptoms and recent travel. You can also reach Wind River Family and Community Health Care by calling 856-9281.
Lehman Studios is a proud supporter of Fremont County Athletics. Lehman Studios offers sports cards, mugs, statuettes, plus several photo package options. Visit us today at 210 West Main in Riverton. Lehman Studios, 856-3941.
And the 2021
Welcome back to Warriors Stadium in Worland. The halftime score, Riverton 14 and Worland 3. The Warriors won the flip and deferred to get things going, but Riverton would just malfunction on offense. Fumble lost by Trayton Hyatt early in the game. Zanis recovered. Another Riverton fumble on its next drive. That one by Tanner Johnson. That one forced by Jory Anderson of Worland. 3 fumbles in that first quarter, and Worland would finally capitalize after driving deep in Riverton territory 3 times on a Rudy Sanford 27-yard field goal with 3:32 to play in the first. It was 3-0 Worland. Second quarter, different Riverton team. Run the heck out of the football was the game plan. And DeVries would score on a 1-yard run at the 8:49 mark. Johnson's kick, and it was 7-3 Riverton. And then Riverton comes back as DeVries hits Blake Dale, who had an outstanding first half with a 7-yard touchdown pass at the 3:56 mark. Tanner Johnson's PAT gave Riverton the halftime lead of 14-3. And then on the final play of the first half, Blake Dale with the interception. And so it really was about Trayton Hyatt. It was about Blake Dale. It was about a Riverton offensive line opening big holes for Trayton Hyatt in that first half. Defensively, for Riverton, Braden Vincent with 3 tackles. It was Jared Lucas with 3 tackles at that defensive end spot. 2 tackles for, these are all unassisted tackles by Nathan Hutchison. He had 2 tackles, and a pass breakup and a tackle for loss for Damon DeVries. On the other side for Worland, Christian Peterson with a pair of tackles. Lane McBee with 6 assisted tackles. Aaron Carver credited officially with 10 assisted tackles. A fumble recovery for Brockton Zanis of Worland and an interception for Jory Anderson. Defensive penalties were big in the first half. Worland whistled 2 penalties for 15 yards. On the other side, Riverton whistled up 6 penalties, Eric, for 60 yards. 14-3 game. Riverton leads it here at halftime in Washakie County.
We'll take another break, back with a look at some updated scores from around the state if we can get anything that we haven't talked about already. And then a look at some keys to the second half here on the Premier Bona Joint halftime show on KTAK 93.9 FM and streaming live HD video at wyotoday.com.
Howdy, partners out there in 10 County land. This is Gary Michaud from the WRTA bus line. We are looking forward to reconnecting with all our riders and friends once it is safe for the WRTA to operate. In the meantime, the WRTA would like to graciously thank all those who are keeping our county running, especially the healthcare workers. On behalf of Share a Ride and the WRTA, we can't wait to see all your healthy faces when Big Blue reopens. So don't drink and drive, wear your seatbelt, and keep all 4 wheels on the road.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Did you hear that?
That's the sound you hear when you know you've just improved your chances of surviving a crash. This Thanksgiving holiday and every single time you get in your vehicle, be sure you and your passengers always buckle up. When you wear your seatbelt as a front seat occupant, your risk of fatal injury goes down 45%. So be sure you arrive safely this holiday season and always buckle up. This message brought to you by the Wyoming Department of Transportation.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Ballard, Dr. Hinkle, and Dr. Frazier offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
Porter's Mountain View Supply is proud to support local high school sports teams for home heating, outdoor grilling, and barbecue, along with the best in spas and hot tubs. See Porter's Mountain View Supply, your locally owned dealer, for top brands like Hearthstone, Quadrifire, and Blaze King stoves, Weber, Big Green Egg, and Green Mountain Grills, Free Flow and Sundance Spas, along with service after the sale. Call Porter's Mountain View Supply in Riverton at 856-6993. Porter.
Welcome back, folks. Eric Volley, Cody Beers back with you as we're going to check in with Brett here. Is that the – check in with Brett Watson down there on the sideline. And Brett with some keys to the second half, my friend.
Okay, well, like I told you at the break, Coach Ross Anderson avoided me at halftime, said he doesn't want any keys from me and doesn't want to tell me how well the defense played, because in Buffalo they broke off a 65-yard run. So he's not let me live that down. So we're back to Camden. She called the first half, and I'll even let them stay under their blanket, and she'll give you the keys to the second half.
Yeah, I think our defense has been doing a really good job getting hard hits, stopping their offense. We just need to keep that up, keep working hard, keep our heads in the game, and that'll keep us in the game.
All right, Brett, you better be careful. She might put you out of a job, man.
And they just told me that I'm finding my own right back. I was just telling her. They just told me I got to find my own right back. They find a new sideline person, so thanks a lot. Back to you guys.
Thanks. All right, Cody, you want to take us through some you got any updated actually, you know what, I can get him right here.
Oh, we got Isaiah Bennett getting taped over there on the sidelines. He was battling a little bit of an ankle injury in that first half. Really the only Wolverine to kind of get banged up in that first half. But score in 3A, the one everybody's watching. It's final. Number 1, Jackson, 21, and number 2, Powell, 14. So Jackson, they may have clinched a conference championship with that hard-fought win in Park County.
I think they did.
Halftime, I believe so,
Yeah.
Halftime score, Landers 16, Rollins 8. We don't have anything in from Douglas and Buffalo or Green River and Cody, both of those in the first quarter. In Class 4A tonight, and in the second quarter, Laramie 21, Cheyenne South 0. Number 5, Rock Springs in a possible upset special at halftime over number 3, Cheyenne Central 0. And this week, Andrew Johnson of Cheyenne Central went verbal. He's going to be a University of Wyoming Cowboy, arguably Wyoming's best player in high school football. First quarter score, Campbell County at Sheridan, no score. Number 1, Cheyenne East 14, Kelly Walsh 3. And no score in from number 2, Thunder Basin, and number 4, Natrona. Look down through the list here. Final score now, Lovell 57, Kemmer 8. It was another final, number 1, Mountain View 38, Thermopolis 14. Cokeville 19, Big Piney 14. We did want to mention back from Thursday night in Class 1A, 9-man. It was Shoshone 63 and Grable 8 in another Riverton game. We had that contest on the Wind River Radio Network. In 2A football, Cokeville, I guess I already had that one. 1A 9-man, halftime score number 2, Rocky Mountain 33, Wind River 0. So Rocky Mountain having their way with the Cougars tonight. Class 1A 9-man, number 4 KC 58, Midwest 0, and Burlington 68, and 10 Sleep 6. We're going to go back down on the sidelines to Brett Watson.
Yeah, guys, they came out at halftime. Ross Anderson, the trainer Ross Anderson, is working on Bennett like a cut man in a prize fight. He's in a lot of pain, guys, and when I talked to Coach Anderson leaving the field, it's not next man up in this case. They don't really have anybody to move in there, so they've kind of told him, you're going to have to play through this. He's got a real tender spot on the top of his foot. Like I said, a lot of pain. This might be something to watch in the second half.
All right, thanks, Brett.
Back to you guys.
Well, Wolverines with the lead headed into the second half, Cody, and well, I mean, that hasn't happened a whole lot this season, but they've done well when they have had the lead headed into the second half. And I tell you, for a team that kind of took it on the chin last week, they've showed some resilience in the first half here against Worland.
Yeah, Riverton's defense needs to come out strong and open the second half. They went in last week with a lead against Lander, and they need a stop to come out here. You get a stop, you got to feel good about things heading into the final half of the second to the last regular season game.
We'll take another timeout. Back after this here on the Premier Bone and Joint Halftime Show on KTAK, streaming live HD video, wyotoday.com.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit nreca.org. Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at Du Bois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Long have our ancestors debated taco or quesadilla. Now, Taco John's has finally found the answer. Both. Introducing the Chicken Quesadilla Taco. A taco made with a cheesy quesadilla shell filled with grilled all-white meat chicken and chipotle sauce. And now you can get 2 of them for just $5. History and tacos made. Taco John's. From ching, bigger, bolder, better.
Eric Pauly, Cody Beers back with you here. 12 minutes on the clock, third quarter, about ready to get underway. Keys to the second half, Cody?
Well, Riverton's going on defense, Eric, as the Worland deferred the opening flip. And, you know, a big stop would be a huge key right now, because last week Riverton came out against Lander and gave up that drive, and it seemed like they lost whatever momentum they had in the first half. So this is big for the Riverton defense.
Tanner Johnson to kick off.
Probably the other key is making sure that you've got the services of Isaiah Bennett, who, according to Brett Watson's in quite a bit of pain with a foot injury. And he's going to try to gut it out and play.
Johnson to put a foot to it. It's a squib. And it's touched a couple of Worland players, but Duzanis picks it up out across the 35 to the 40, down to the 45-yard line. About a 25-yard return. That's his first of the game.
Well, I think when you got a kicker with the leg of Tanner Johnson, you kick it deep every time. That time, they chose not to.
I don't see a whole lot of wind out here. I mean, the flag draped right down the pole. Sometimes you'll see teams do that to keep the ball down. But 2 receivers near side, 2 to the far, and Sanford Throws right side, incomplete. I tell you, he had a receiver open there. Just threw it behind him. That was intended for, oh, that's a great football name. Grzybowski. That's a great football name. Intended for Grzybowski.
About as good as Paulie.
To the left, two to the right. Here's the shotgun snap. Sanford looking right all the way. Sends it, and this is incomplete. And again, intended for Grzybowski.
Boy, and big coverage there by Kai Gerdigan, delivering the hit right on time. Good to see the senior back on the field.
3rd and 10. 11:46, third quarter. Taco John's scoreboard. Riverton leads it 14-3. Sanford drops back, throws it over the top right side. It's caught by Pierce across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at about the 46-yard line. He'll be short of the first down, and it looks like Worland will line up to go for it.
Nothing fancy on that play.
They go trips to the wide side of the field. Ball's on the right hash. And shotgun snap, Sanford hands off. And this is McBee. And McBee stuffed at the line of scrimmage on 4th down. Big play there for the Riverton defense. Good penetration from that front four, and the linebackers finish it off.
Caden Gantenbein got the hand on him. Then Braden Couch, Braden Vincent, Nathan Hutchison came in, finished it off. Great defensive play.
First carry of the ball game for McBee.
That was questionable. You come out in the shotgun and try to gain a half a yard.
1st and 10, Wolverines. Dale to the wide side of the field. And Johnson near side. Ethan Patterson on the far side hash. Man in motion is the tight end Brown. Hyatt hit at the line of scrimmage and then suplexed backwards. A loss of 1 on the play.
Aaron Carver, outstanding play from his linebacker spot.
23 touches for Hyatt in the first half. I had him at 131 yards rushing.
That's Carver's 11th tackle in the ballgame.
He did it just a bite at a time, too, Cody. He had a long run at 25. The rest of them were, 16 and under anyway. 4 wide, under center. Here's DeVries, hands off Hyatt. This time they've got him sniffed out, Cody. They've made some adjustments.
Yeah, they're going to have to do something different here. But got to keep running clock. And Isaiah Bennett, he's gutting it up here.
The good news is that Riverton, it ran the ball extremely well in the first half, but Riverton can throw the ball very well. And we really haven't seen them need to do it so far, so they can open things up a little bit here maybe. 2 receivers off to each side. DeVries way back there, throws it left side, caught by Hutchinson. He's got room across the 40, 35, down to the 30, caught from behind at the 26. And a big gainer there. Let's see, that's 10, 20, almost 30 yards.
Tackle by Lane McBee, but again, Hutchison shifty after he gets the ball.
That was a great play call. I like that call a lot. 1st and 10. You knew something was up when DeVries was 12 yards deep when he threw the thing. Handoff, fake to Hyatt, tossed right side to Dale. Dale with a stiff arm across the 20, jukes inside, and then stiff arms again back across to the 10-yard line. Talk about yards after catch there for Blake Dale. He takes it from the 27 down to the 10.
A great job by that Wolverine offense. Nothing fancy, but guys making moves after they catch the ball.
Under center, DeVries, 2 receivers to the short side of the field. They'll send the tight end out there as well. They fake the handoff. They throw over there to Dale, and Dale will pick up 4. And Dale.
Worland defense does not have an answer for Blake Dale.
6th reception for Blake Dale. 9:49. Play here in the third quarter. Riverton defense holds on the initial possession, and now their offense sniffing the red zone here. Well, they're in the red zone, sniffing the goal line here. Handoff goes to Blake Dale. Dale and gets it across the 5, still on his feet, falling forward close to the goal line here. I tell you, for a little guy, he's got a lot of heart, man. 5 yards on the carry for Dale.
Yeah, they've been figuring out a way to get the ball into Blake Dale's hands 10 to 15 times a game. And tonight they're going to be up there in that 10 to 15 mark.
Gales 5'7", $150, and I think that might be pushing it a little bit. 2 receivers each side, 2 to the wide side. But he has put on mass since last year. Man in motion is Patterson. They fake to them. Hyatt right down the middle. Touchdown, Wolverines. 20-3 now on the Taco John's scoreboard. And Hyatt finds pay dirt in the third quarter.
Boy, big defensive stand by the Wolverines. And then they come right back, drive down the field, and score. And that's Wolverine football, folks.
For those of you wondering, we are behind glass. I got a text message. The others, you're not seeing apparitions or anything like that. It's a reflection in the glass. We're behind glass here. Johnson to kick. Kane to snap it. The hold from DeVries is good, and the kick is good. 21-3, Riverton with a commanding lead here early in the third quarter, but hang on, folks. We got a lot of football left. Timeout. Back after this on KTAK.
It's back. Lander Medical Clinic presents the fastest flu shot in the West, the Drive-Thru Flu Clinic. Every Wednesday and Saturday in October, you can drive in, roll up your sleeve, and get a flu shot without ever leaving your car. Drive-thru hours are Wednesday 4 to 6 and Saturdays from 9 until 1. Drive-thru in your car, your motorcycle, your bike, unicycle, skateboard, even your horse. Remember, Wednesday 4 to 6 and Saturdays from 9 until 1. The Drive-Thru Flu Clinic at Lander Medical Clinic.
9:08 to play third quarter, 21-3 on the Taco John's scoreboard, and Riverton defense holds, drive the football down the field on the offensive side, punch it in from the 1 yard line.
Boy, and getting a gutsy performance tonight by guard Isaiah Bement, nursing a very sore foot. Brett Watson pointed that out to us on the sideline, and man, Riverton able to move the ball at will on that drive.
Here's the kick, and this one is going to bounce into the end zone.
When you got a kicker like Tanner Johnson, you take advantage of that kicker, and wow, pin him deep.
The ball spotted at the 20-yard line. First and 10. Worland moving left to right here on your radio dial. And the handoff, Pierce. Pierce wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. Gain of 1 on the play.
Nice tackle there by Ryland Kane. Also Damon DeVries. Like to see 2 and 3 guys on the tackles.
Second and long. Shotgun snap. Sanford slings it out here on the near side. Big juke there from DeSantis, but Riverton able to recover. Gain of 3 on the play. Brings up third and long.
Nathan Hutchison on that tackle. And
that was a pretty wicked juke there.
And DeSantis, he's the real deal. Sophomore on this Worland team.
8:37, 21-3. Here's the snap. It's a high one. Sanford able to pull it down, and now Pierce is knocked out of bounds by Dale. Flags fly. 2 flags. And one of them was after the play, one was during the play.
Yeah, I believe Hayden Brown, Jory Anderson got into it after the whistle, but outstanding defensive pursuit by the Wolverines on that play.
Looks like we got a personal foul.
Personal foul on Worland.
I think there was a holding call, too. The first flag flew, I mean, right as the play was. They're going to offset. Yeah.
No, it's not first down. It can't be.
That's offsetting.
Ross Anderson coming out to point that out, but it was penalty. It was offsetting penalties each way, and That was after the whistle, that personal foul, but
should be third down.
We'll get maybe a change here.
Okay. All right, we're getting a second explanation here. All right, those two penalties offset. The holding call should go back. Right.
Now they're going to move it ahead 15 since it was after the penalty. I've never seen this before.
Well, let's check in with our resident expert, Brett Watson. Brett, what's going on, man?
I was just texting you. They actually got it wrong the first time. It was a live ball holding call against them and a dead ball personal foul against us. You administered both penalties. For some reason, he thought we declined the penalty, and Ross straightened him up and said, we want to take the hold, so you march it back 10 and then mark off the dead ball foul. So that's why they administered both of them.
Okay. All right. That makes sense. Thanks.
Worland comes out ahead on that one. 7 penalties now, 75 yards on Riverton.
3rd and 1. Sanford in the gun. Brings a man in motion from left to right. Takes a snap. Fakes the handoff to Pierce. Throws right side. And I think that's incomplete. Yeah, incomplete. It'll be 4th and 1 for Worland. DeSantis scooped it up off the carpet.
I think they're going to have to punt it here. A little chippy out there in the second half, both ways, and so far Riverton coming up on the negative end of these chippy plays.
Fourth and short. This is a big one here. They're going to punt it from the 15. Sanford scoots to his left and gets a really good punt off of this. And it's going to take a Worland bounce down to the 21-yard line. That was an excellent punt. 21-3. 7:59 to play, third quarter. Riverton with the lead on the Taco John scoreboard.
52-yard punt for Sanford on the play. So Riverton's defense holds.
No return. Riverton will take over.
1st and 10, Wolverines with the football. It'll be Patterson and Johnson near side. They send Brown out there. Here's a busted play. DeVries wanted to hand the ball off, and there was nobody there. And now Brown looks like he's hurt in the backfield, Cody. He is in pain.
He might have gotten rolled up on
I think he got
play.
stepped on, is what it looked like on his calf. Won't speculate, but he's up.
That's Isaiah Bemmett.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That's 60, not 80, isn't it?
Isaiah, he's just having a hard time moving now.
Well, his jersey was rolled up there. It looked like 80, not 60. And he had, a foot injury at halftime?
Yeah, he's got an injury on the top of his foot, and he might be done as now we get coming in for him, Gabe. We got Gabe Higgins, senior. Initially started the year at center for the Wolverines.
21-3, 7:40 to play. Wolverines with the football and the lead, moving right to left here on your radio dial. Dale in motion. They hand off to him on that jet sweep. He's got blockers. He has to cut it back inside and takes it to the 30-yard line. So a gain of 3 on the play brings up 3rd down.
Nice job on pursuit that time by the Warriors, but Dale's had quite a bit of success tonight with that jet sweep. That one seemed like it took a long time to set up, Eric.
It did. Did you notice I referred to Brett Watson as our resident expert, and he didn't even have like a quip to come back at me or anything like that? Is it?
It's hard to talk when your head grows.
Yeah, I got a shoulder shrug out of him. 2 receivers to the far side. Man in motion is Hutchinson. They fake to him, give to Hyatt. Hyatt should have it here. Good second effort from him. Gain of 3. First down, Riverton. 27th touch for Hyatt. So my scorebook, I make my own scorebooks for football. I've got 45 touches available for each player. I have not run out of space in a scorebook since probably Rennig, probably Stephen Rennig. In terms of the rushing game, I'll have to drop another line here if they keep it up with Hyatt, and he gets it again. Still on his feet, 3 players there with him, and he picks up 5 yards there. Flag in the backfield, though. It's going against Riverton. So this one's coming back.
Holding call. Wow. 8 penalties now for 85 yards on the Wolverines. 3 for 25 on Worland. You know, you think you stop beating yourself a little bit in these games. You'd build a bigger lead.
We'll back him up. How many penalties do we have now, Cody?
8 for 85 yards. Here's Hyatt off the left tackle. And again, grinded out yards.
Not much there. A couple there for Hyatt.
Pearson Carter with the stop. No gain on the play.
Clock still winding down. 5:56, third quarter. Riverton with their hands on the wheel, foot on the pedal. Another score here in the third quarter could be the straw that breaks the back here. Fake the handoff to Patterson. They give it to Hyatt. Hyatt for about 4. You know, one thing we haven't seen them do out of that set, Cody, is when they bring somebody in motion that's not Dale, they've never given them the football.
Right.
And there's an opportunity maybe there for
fourth quarter score in. Lander grabbing firm hold of its number 2 spot in that East 3A conference. They lead Rollins 30-8.
5-12. DeVries drops back, looks right, throws left. Oh, goodness. Pass was intended there for Hutchinson here on the near side and just about picked off.
And it might have injured Cade Weber's thumb on the play.
That was a rope, wasn't it? It came in there
was.
quick.
That was hot.
5:08 to play, third quarter, 21-3 on the Taco John scoreboard.
Cody up on Green River, 14-0 in the second quarter.
Tanner Johnson back to punt for Riverton at the 22. Anderson to return at the 26. Rylan Kane snaps it, and Johnson puts a foot to it. This one's an end-over-ender. Johnson touches it. It hit him. He falls on it at the 28-yard line. That's where Worland will start their drive.
Senior night here at Warrior Stadium, and so far Wolverines playing good football. They're up 21-3. We've got final score again in number 1 Jackson 21 and number 2 Powell 14. A second quarter score in Cody. It's number 3 Cody 14 and Green River 0. So those top 3 teams in the West, Eric, beating up on each other pretty good.
It's a big week. Sanford in the gun, takes a snap, handoff to Pierce. And Pierce picks up about 2 on the first down carry. And Worland not going away from the game plan here, still trying to run the football.
Really a beautiful night for football. Mid-October in Worland. Winter storm warning supposed to start here around midnight.
Backup quarterback warming up here on the sideline, Cody, for Worland. Here's the pitch. And spin move from Pierce. Still on his feet across the 35 and then drugged down from behind at about the 38-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play.
Nathan Hutchison with the tackle. Wolverines had him in the backfield.
Third down and 2 Here's the snap, faking the handoff. Sanford throws to Anderson. That's caught for a first down. Gain of 7 on the play. And you wouldn't know it by looking at their receiving and throwing numbers here, but that is the 24th pass attempt from the Worland Warriors. Shotgun snap, a little pitch left side, reversing field is Pierce. He's got some room across the 50, and then stays behind his blockers across the 45 down to the Riverton 43, and a flag flies after the play here, and this is going to go against Riverton.
Another face mask.
The gain of 11 on the play for Pierce, reversing the field.
We got a personal foul on the Wolverines. But Pierce for 11-yard gain.
3:45 play, third quarter, 21-3. Taco John scoreboard, and this is going to move Worland. Well, not someplace they haven't been before. They've been inside the 30-yard line 4 times, now 5 times, and haven't come away with a touchdown yet.
Just a lack of discipline on this defensive side. Now 9 penalties for 100 yards, Eric. That's disappointing.
Sanford in the gun. 2 receivers near side, 2 to the far side. Blitz coming. Here's Vincent streaking in there, gets the quarterback. The throw's off to Anderson. He dropped it. And Vincent got in there in a hurry.
Boy, Blake Dale and Brandon Couch right in Jory Anderson's face, and Anderson, I think he heard footsteps on that one.
I got to give Sanford credit there because he stood in there and threw that thing, and it got there, and he took a little bit of a hit there from Vincent.
Well, and he's nicked up after last week's win over Buffalo.
Sanford takes a snap, sends it left side, and here's Pierce. Picks his hole very well there. Gets about 8 on the carry. He's got an excellent lateral move.
Caden Gantenbein on the tackle.
Trips near side.
3rd and 4.
Single receiver there on the far side of the field. And Riverton jumping off sides here. They got Brown on the near side. It'll be a first down.
10 penalties now for 105 yards.
That'll be a first and go, first 10.
3:05 to play, third quarter. First and 10 now for Worland. Ball spotted on the 17. Sanford in the gun. They pitch. Here's a reverse. And Riverton actually has this covered up pretty well. Gergen falls down, but following the play is Vincent, able to bring DeSantis down. That one just developed pretty slow.
Yeah, good pursuit that time by Gergen.
Good job.
And Braden Vincent.
It's a good job. About a yard on the play there for DeSantis. 2:27, third quarter. Sanford in the gun. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Takes a snap, fakes the handoff to Pierce, looks left, throws right, and it is through the hands of his intended receiver, DeSantis. Now it brings up 3rd and 9 for the Worland Warriors. At this point in the game, it's 4-down territory for them. I don't know that they would try a field goal. Sanford in the gun, takes the snap. That's a direct snap, goes to Pierce. Pierce stutter steps and hit from behind. Nice job from the Riverton defense. That was a great tackle. Coming from behind was Caden Gantenbein.
Yeah, just excellent.
Brings up 4th down. That was an interesting spot for a direct snap.
4th and 8.
2 receivers out to each side, 4th and 8. Shotgun snap to Sanford, steps back, throws right side. It's caught by DeSantis. First down, jumps over. He is close to the end zone. A flag flies.
Can't jump in high school. You literally cannot jump over anybody in high school. I believe that'll be the call.
It's a first down. And we'll see what the... This is unprecedented for me here. So he had a first down and then jumped over his defender. Should we check in with the resident expert down there?
Yeah, let's go in.
So there's 2 flags on the play here. Brett, what do you know about
I was
this?
taking a breather there, guys. Come on.
That's all right. You're not on camera.
I'm lost. There's a penalty clear on this side. I couldn't. My view was blocked. There was some fans out on the field. The coaches are out there. I think they might have got Riverton on a hold downfield, and then. So it might be. Well,
I
they're
think they
marking
were
them
both.
off.
Yeah.
These people got me lost.
Tell me what the penalty is, Brett, for jumping over a defender.
Stupidity. 10 yards.
He said stupidity.
I honestly don't know.
That's awesome.
He asked him what the penalty was for jumping over a defender, and he said stupidity.
In high school, you can't do it, I guess.
Yeah. That's weird.
Yeah, I knew that was a penalty. We had that happen to us a couple years ago.
It's got to be a concussion-based thing, right? Feet
Boy,
to
that
head
was
kind of thing.
That was a great athletic move by Zanis.
So now it's 4th and 20. So here's Sanford airing it out right side, looking at the end zone, and it is incomplete. And the Riverton defense holds. And that's one of those I mean, you can't get mad at the kid. That's just all instinct, and
yeah, I mean, that's outstanding defense tonight by the Riverton. They have bent, but they have never broken in this game. And wow, what a series that was for the Riverton defense. Ran a lot of clock, and that's really who they're playing at this point. Isaiah Bement, I don't believe he's going to play anymore tonight, as got Gabe Higgins filling in at right guard.
70 seconds to play, third quarter, 21-3 on the Taco John's scoreboard. 2 receivers to each side. Under center, DeVries brings Patterson in motion, fakes it to him, and then DeVries keeps it up the middle. Boy, I don't know how he scored it through there. He stiff arms across the 40, and then out of bounds at about the 47-yard line. And that seemed like a busted play, didn't it?
Boy, it seemed like it, but DeVries cut back across the left side of the field, and it was open. And then Tanner Johnson delivered a nice block right at the end of that run.
He faked the handoff to Patterson and then just turned straight up.
Well, I
found
think
himself 25 yards.
Patterson actually was going to get the ball, and he ran on the wrong side of DeVries.
1st and 10. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. DeVries fakes the handoff. He's going to step up this time, and that's good pressure there from the Worland Warriors. They got to him. And, hey, he went to the ground, but got back to the line of scrimmage, didn't huck anything up there, and that's a heads-up play there. That was a smart decision.
Good pursuit, play that might work well there, a middle screen, something like that, as Worland selling out on defense now.
33 seconds to play in the third. And a motion left to right. Same play here. DeVries fakes the handoff to Patterson and then just cuts up field. He got 5 yards off it this time.
Boy, if a play is working, run it again.
Yeah.
I like it.
It does 2 things. I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it, but also it's a challenge to your offensive line and kind of let them know we're going to do what we want when we want to. That should end the third quarter. And we'll take ourselves a timeout. Back after this, fourth quarter on its way. Riverton up 21-3 on the Taco John scoreboard. You're listening to Wolverines football on KTAK and watching live at yotoday.com.
You want to change the look of your home, but you don't have money for siding right now. It's too late for painting outside. Here's a solution. A new entry door by Wadena Millwork. Hi, this is Chuck Parmley with Overhead Door Company of Riverton and Lander. Save 10% in October on Wadena Millwork entry doors in steel, fiberglass, or traditional wood. These handsome doors are energy efficient, secure, and nearly maintenance-free. See the complete line at Overhead Door, 600 East Main in Riverton, or call 856-DOOR.
12 minutes to play in this one, folks. Riverton leading 21-3, and this is as a complete of game that we've seen Riverton play since Evanston.
Yeah, it is, and it's good to see when Riverton can put it together offensively and defensively, as you say.
All 3 units.
Still no score in Douglas at Buffalo. That's an interesting one tonight. I don't know if you've got another source to get those at, but Jackson knocks off Powell in Powell tonight, number 1, number 2. And Jackson, with that, is the number 1 seed. So you want to try to stay away from playing the Jackson Bronx in week 1 of the Class 3A playoffs. That's why this win is so important.
Fake the handoff. Here's DeVries throwing deep. He's got a man caught. Tanner Johnson at the 15, 10-5. Touchdown, Riverton.
We have a flag on the play.
And we got some laundry back here, Cody.
Yeah, I think I heard that. 47-yard pass, and he hit Tanner Johnson in stride, and unfortunately, plays coming back.
Well, it was a heck of a ball.
I think the PA announcer should have called the touchdown pass as loud as he called flag on the field.
That was a great pass.
So penalty number 11 on Riverton for 110 yards, and man, that one hurt. That was a beauty.
We've had a bunch of penalties this year, man.
I'm guessing somewhere around 1,000 yards.
Yeah. Well, DeVries fakes the handoff. Now he's going to get swallowed up. This will be a sack. Loss of 7 on the play.
Oh, now 4th down. Riverton going to have to punt it. So they go from a 47-yard touchdown pass to Tanner Johnson to a sack, and now a Tanner Johnson punt. The good
4th
news.
down. Go ahead.
The good news, Riverton up big.
Here's the snap, and Johnson, booming punt here. And this will be fielded by Anderson at his 15. Out to the 20, 25, all the way to the 30, and then about the 33-yard line. 10:58 left to play in the 4th quarter. 21-3. Taco John scoreboard.
A special teams tackle for Ryland Kane coming all the way downfield from his long snapper position.
That's a big long snapper.
Also in Garrett Popkis on that, but you got to give it to Ryland Kane on that. He came a long ways to make that play.
10:58 to play, 4th quarter. And here's the handoff to Pierce. Pierce for a couple on the play.
Second straight tackle by Ryland Kane.
10:42 now on the Taco John scoreboard. Fake the snap, or fake the handoff here, and then send it out on a little slip here to the left side. Duzanis still on his feet, across the 50 to the 45, and a 20-yard reception.
Tackle by Nathan Hutchinson, I'm sorry.
Duzanis. 10:22 here, 21-3. Worland on the move, right to left. Man in motion, Duzanis again. They send him out, backwards motion. They pitch it right side to Pierce. And Pierce getting gated in here, gets buried. Nice defensive play there by Gergen.
New quarterback in the game, Eric, for Worland. It's 5'7", 167-pound sophomore, Cade Weber.
Second and long. And squeaking through there. Far side of the field is Weber, who's into the game in place of Sanford now. So they've gone to the backup.
Gabe Higgins on that tackle for the Wolverines.
9:26 to play here. Trips to the near side. Riverton's going to jump off sides.
Another penalty. That one going to go on Caden Smith. 12 penalties now for 115 yards.
9:21 play, 4th quarter.
And that'll be a Warrior first down.
There's the handoff and a couple for Pierce, about 2 on the play. That's his 21st touch of the ball game, makes it 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap here, Weber looking left, throws left. Oh, this kid's got a cannon. And it falls through the hands of Dale. Just about picked it off there in the end zone. But that kid's got an arm.
Yes, he does.
Now it's 3rd and 8. 21-3 lead for Riverton.
Continuing into the fourth quarter, upset special in 4A. Rock Springs 13, number 3 Cheyenne Central 7.
Shotgun snap. Weber fumbled the football. He gets swallowed up in the backfield there. Front 4 for Riverton with good penetration. That'll bring up 4th down.
Caden Smith making another play. If there is a player, most improved player on this Wolverine team, he's got to be close to there. Outstanding season for the big tackle.
8:20 with a 21-3 scoreboard. And they go for it here on 4th down. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Weber drops back, looking to throw, steps up, and fires one here to DeSantis, and he is hit at about the 34-yard line. Not enough there, about 8 yards, and a turnover on downs.
That won't be enough.
We've seen more turnovers on downs in this game. Would you say 5?
5 times, Eric. The Wolverine defense has held Worland tonight. And man, that doesn't get too much better than that. Like to see it.
Out come the Wolverines, 1st and 10 from the 32, moving left to right here on your radio dial in Worland. DeVries under center, Hyatt the deep back. Man in motion is Patterson. It faked to him, and the DeVries with a keeper, and he got undercut there right at the line of scrimmage. That was a little scary there. He's okay. He pops up, gain of a yard on the play.
3rd time in the last 6-7 plays when they ran that same play, Eric.
2nd and long. You just set him up for something there on that. Maybe they will give it to Patterson on that. 2 receivers near, 2 receivers far. DeVries under center. 7:29 to play on the Taco John scoreboard. Man in motion left to right here is Hutchinson. They'll give it to him this time. Hutchinson makes his way around the edge and kind of hesitated a little bit there to turn the speed on, Cody.
It was a great block to break him loose by Blake Dale on that play. Sealed it up nicely.
Just a couple on the play, though, about 3. 3rd and 6, ball on the 36-yard line. Need the 42 for the first down. Under center, DeVries surveys and then heads under center and sends in motion here. Brown, blitz coming, the handoff to Hyatt. Hyatt gets a good block from Brown, and he will carry the pile for at least 10. First down, Riverton.
Hyatt got to be getting up around 150 yards rushing, Eric.
Over that. Yeah, over that. See, 131, 30, 29. Close to 160.
Nice.
2 receivers spread to each side. DeVries under center, letting the clock tick down under 6 minutes and 20 seconds. Sends Dale in motion right to left. Fakes the handoff there. It's a quarterback keeper. DeVries right side. And DeVries gets himself 11 yards. I tell you what, Cody, that's an 11-yard gain. If there was a chance there, if Brown threw a block, that was a touchdown, but he was watching DeVries. he was like, man, this guy's got a good run going
here. I was doing the same thing. But,
that's still a great run.
You're getting teams to bite now on that jet sweep, and they set up that run really nicely with that fake.
Patterson, Dale near. Johnson, far side isolation. Under center, DeVries takes the snap, handoff Hyatt. And Hyatt got hit at the line of scrimmage, but again stays on his feet, gain of 2 on the play.
Hyatt, gain of 3. Rosen, McBee.
Just a good grinded out drive, and more importantly, running a lot of clock here with your hands on the football.
I got him at 169 yards rushing. 2 receivers near side, single far. Here's the handoff, faked from DeVries, looking left, throws left, looking for Johnson. Defense was there. Zanis got his fingers on it.
Broke up by Duzanis.
Yeah, ball just delivered behind Johnson a bit. Delivers that in front, could have been a touchdown.
That's just the 5th pass attempt from Riverton in the second half, and they've got, let's see here, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23 plays, I think is what I've got here in the second half. 21-3, 5:03 to play. Under center, DeVries fakes the handoff, quarterback keeper here, and drags some tacklers for about 4. Brings up 4th down. 4th and 3.5 here for Riverton. On 4th down with 4:40 to play in the 4th quarter. There's a lot of 4s. 4th down, 4 to go. Dale near side. Brown's over here as well. Far side, Patterson and Johnson. Dale's in motion. They give to Dale. Dale looking for the edge. And he is not going to get there. Riverton got caught looking there, I think.
Yeah, it looked to me like there was a lot of guys watching Blake Dale run the football. And he nearly got that first down.
Yeah, we'll see where they marked him.
And the Warriors
it's short.
Got a 5-minute drive there, Eric. That's
that's not bad. 21-3 with 4:14 to play, and the defense back on the field for Riverton.
Tonight's attendance, 998. Your Warriors, thank you for your support.
I got to talk to Brandon Eibert. We got to up our home game here. For
might be a violation of the health order. My health.
Here's the shotgun snap here to Weber to reverse, and Riverton again stays home. Reversing field is Anderson, and he gets about 6 or 7 yards there. But I tell you, that was well defended.
Nathan Hutchison, Brandon Couch, but yeah, Riverton strung that play out nicely, Eric. And
they're staying home.
I like this Riverton defense tonight.
There's a tell there somewhere. The defense has been ready for it every time. Shotgun snap, Weber throws left side, Anderson catches it at the 44, and it spins across to the 46, first down Worland. 5 on the play.
It'll be a Warrior first down.
3:40 to play with 21-3 on the Taco John's scoreboard. Here's the shotgun snap here as Weber rolls right, steps up and gets across the original line of scrimmage for a gain of about 8. That kid's pretty good. They got a good quarterback in the future here for Worland.
You know who he reminds me of?
Who's that?
Nathan Hutchison. Same type of ball player. Shifty, good runner, not big, but makes things happen.
2nd and short, trips near, single far. And the shotgun, this is Weber. Throws right away left side. Dusanis catches it at the 40. Spin move at the 35 and drag down at the 32.
Down to the 32
and a gain of 13 on the play.
Brendan Couch on that tackle for the Wolverines.
Gain of 14 on the play.
First and 10. Trips wide, single near. And Weber looks over here at the sideline, changes the play. Shotgun snap, looking right all the way here, and now he's going to roll out of the pocket, getting chased, and he'll be wrapped up. A loss of 5 yards on the play.
Hayden Brown on the tackle.
2:15, fourth quarter. Riverton going to get out of here with a win, Cody.
Yes, they are.
And they sling this one. Oh, what a pop there.
Nice play.
Ty Gergen.
Gergen came up and made the hit there.
After the game, we're going to go to Brett Watson with our player of the game and our coach's interview down on the sidelines.
Okay. Handoff, and Smith there to wrap up Pierce.
With the tackle.
Pierce kind of just with a shoulder shrug afterwards. Fourth down and about 15.
4 on the play.
1:30 on the Taco John scoreboard. Weber takes the shotgun snap and gets pushed out of the pocket to the right side, dragged down from behind a flag, a horse collar against Jared Lucas.
Yeah. 13th penalty now, 130 yards on Riverton.
No, he grabbed his freaking horse collar.
21-3, buck 17 to play.
If you're in the jersey and you pull straight back,
It looked to me like he had it down lower.
No.
Did he have it up in the neck?
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah. Yep. I'll put it out there at the 29-yard line.
It was a horse collar.
And a timeout taken. We'll go with them back after this on KTAK, WyoToday.com.
It's back. Lander Medical Clinic presents the fastest flu shot in the West, the Drive-Thru Flu Clinic. Every Wednesday and Saturday in October, you can drive in, roll up your sleeve, and get a flu shot without ever leaving your car. Drive-thru hours are Wednesday 4 to 6 and Saturdays from 9 until 1. Drive-thru in your car, your motorcycle, your bike, unicycle, skateboard, even your horse. Remember, Wednesday 4 to 6 and Saturdays from 9 until 1. The Drive-Thru Flu Clinic at Lander Medical Clinic.
That's okay.
Eric Pauly, Cody Beers, Brett Watson back with you. Buck 17 to play, 21-3 lead for Riverton. Fourth down for the Worland Warriors.
Biggest crowd I've ever seen in a press box this season. No social distancing except you and me and the Riverton coaches. They're having a party up here, Eric. Tell me, I mean, they had pizza.
You're not wrong.
I think they're having cocktails.
You're not wrong. And, boy, they took about another 30 seconds on that timeout, didn't they?
We got trips over here.
Trips near side, single receiver far side. Weber in the gun. Slaps his hands, takes the snap. Pressure coming. Throws right side, and it is caught by Jusanis at the goal line, and he falls down for a touchdown for the Warriors with 1:10 to play. 29-yard touchdown throw.
From Cade Weber.
Makes it 21-9 with 70 seconds left to play in this one. They'll line up for the PAT here, and then we should see an onside kick.
Rudy Sanford, the left-footed kicker.
Snap the hold. Kick is blocked.
Caden Smith.
By Smith.
Well, he's having a day, isn't he?
Caden Smith's been outstanding today.
We'll take a timeout. Back after this here on KTAK, WyoToday.com.
If your plan involves a party, it's your responsibility to plan for a safe and sober ride home. A DWI is a serious crime with serious consequences. This is Cody Bears with WYDOT. If you get busted, you may lose your license, pay thousands of dollars in court costs, legal fees, and higher insurance rates. Make sure your last call is a safe one. Order up a sober ride. And please, don't drink and drive.
We'll prepare for the onside kick. I see Brett Watson down there on the sideline. Brett, are you going to hover right at the 10 yards from the tee here, Brett, or what are we doing?
As soon as I find the tee here, yeah, I'll do that.
Are you lost down there?
What do you slap the ball back on the field if it goes out of bounds? I truly am. All I can hear, I keep hearing this ringing in my ear. Wire, first down.
I'm really glad we added Brett.
Ambassador of Riverton, Brett Watson.
70 seconds, 21-9 here on the Taco John scoreboard. Onside kick is covered up. Good hands there.
Hayden Brown on the recovery.
Yep, Hayden Brown.
Hayden making a big contribution tonight.
Yeah, asked to step up and do some more today, and he's done well. Credit to both him and Jared Lucas playing in some new positions here. 69 seconds to play now.
Nice recovery by Brennan.
Fraternity party here in the press box, trying to figure out how Worland can win this game.
Riverton will probably need to run at least 2 plays here. See if Worland will use the timeouts. Hyatt gets the handoff and breaks it. Got out of bounds, though, so he stops the clock for him. Oh, no, did he stay in bounds?
I believe he did.
Stayed in bounds.
I give another shout out to the White Hat tonight. Chris Edwards of Lovell lost his mom this week, and I'm sure he feels like getting out of here is like therapy tonight.
9 yards on the carry. That's the 32nd touch for Hyatt. Down to 30 seconds, and DeVries will take a knee.
Nice to see victory formation for the Wolverines tonight. Brett Watson going to grab our player of the game, and then we'll have our post-game discussion after the teams get together with Coach Troy Anderson. Riverton going to win it tonight at Warriors Stadium in Worland.
21
Everybody, please
to 9, our final score. We'll hang out a bit here, see what Coach Anderson's going to do here. If we get an interview right away, if he's going to talk to his boys first. I don't know if they went back to the locker room during halftime or they just met back there or what it was. But Wolverines victorious here, 21-9, Cody, and this should lead Riverton to be the 3 seed in our conference.
Well, and with Powell beating Cody 2 weeks ago, with Jackson beating Powell tonight, it looks like Cody's probably going to be the number 3 seed, at least looking ahead, maybe making a few predictions, and that would put Riverton and Powell in 2 weeks. And if that's the case, that would be a rematch from 0 week.
All right, we're going to check in with Brett Watson, it looks like, down here on the sideline for our coach interview. Is he going to talk to the kids? Okay, he's going to talk to the kids first. So we'll take a short break. Back after this here on KTAK, WyoToday.com.
Whoa. Travis, how much stuff do you need to take hunting? You pack like a girl.
What? I've got my rifle, my 1 change of clothes, and my 4 coolers of beer.
Well, you might as well stay home. You drink all of that, you won't be able to hit an elk if he's in the tent with you.
Be a friend. Insist that your hunting buddies stay sober, be safe, be smart, and set a good example for the young hunters in camp. Filling up on alcohol won't help you fill your tag. This message is brought to you by the Fremont County Prevention Program.
Hey, no alcohol while we're hunting.
It's just one beer during lunch.
Pour it out or finish it and be done for the day.
But
I've seen you shoot. You have a hard enough time hitting the target without a beer.
Be a friend. Insist that your hunting buddies hunt sober, be safe, be smart, and a good example to the young hunters in your group. They're watching you. Filling up on alcohol won't help you fill your tag. This message is brought to you by the Fremont County Prevention Program. When it comes to protecting what matters most, it makes sense to choose an insurance agent who lives in Fremont County. Your local Allstate agent, Bill Brown, knows the ins and outs of both owning and protecting your home. Call Bill today for a free quote at 856-6573.
Welcome back, folks. Eric Pauly, Cody Beers, Brett Watson with you here in Worland. Final score, Riverton wins it 21-9 on the Taco John's scoreboard. We did have some stream quality issues here today, folks. Had a little bit of lag, I think, that hit us around the third quarter, the fourth quarter there, with just out of our control. We're kind of a victim of the internet that we have available to us here, and it wasn't great. But important thing is Riverton won.
Yeah, big win for the Wolverines, and more importantly, I think the defense needed a game like this, Eric, to show that they could stop a team after last week when the defense was full of holes.
We're going to check in with our sideline reporter, Brett Watson, with us here. Meet with our player of the game.
Oh, don't want you tackling me, man.
I'm sorry.
You guys, no, are you guys ready?
Yep, go ahead, Brett.
Hey, Caden, great game tonight. Busted some big blocks on the left side there. Had a big night in defense. You blocked an extra point. I think I seen you changing the assistant coach's tire at halftime. You got to feel a little better after last week's sting.
Yes, I do. It's all up to the team. It's not just me. It's all up to the team. It's 11-player game. It's not just one. If we all do our job, we'll win. But if only one of us does our job, we'll get our butt handed to us.
Now you do know you win a pizza from Papa Murphy's, and we need to talk to Rick because you're a big guy, and I don't know if one large pizza is going to do the job. Should we talk to him a little bit?
Maybe. I might share it with another lineman if I do get another one.
Hey, great job tonight. You guys going for the third seed now, and good luck next week.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Smitty, you didn't stutter too much in your first interview, did you? No. Okay.
He did good, Coach.
Okay.
Well, make sure we keep our connection this time.
Yeah.
But what stood out to me tonight was a lot of the same problems. 12 penalties, I think. Turnovers, but we found a way to overcome that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's our 12th man as a penalties or what.
We seem to have a curse here. There we go, Brett. I think we got you back.
To sleep.
Yeah, I think Brett's phone went to sleep again. That's uncanny, man. All right, there we go. Are you back now?
Come on, Watson.
There we go.
Are we back?
Yep, you're back.
We're thinking the FCC maybe cut him off. He's worried about it now. But anyway.
Yeah, so, I mean, we overcame it this week. I probably killed a couple drives for us. These guys were good, but I told the guys that before we came up when we were in film last night on the field and then film again this morning that I'll try to turn away from you, that we needed to own the energy. And I think that's really the big difference is we own the energy tonight. You could see, I mean, they got some really good ball players over there, and you could see them press, and they wanted to win this game really badly. And it didn't turn out for them, and it turned out well for us because we own the energy. And that's what I told the boys. We need to focus on the next 2 weeks. Those are the guaranteed weeks. And we've got to own those battles. I mean, Rollins is obviously capable of listening to the halftime score over there, so we'll go play next week.
Well, one more game on the road at Rollins, and I'm not sure they've won maybe one game. So, again, the third seed on the line.
Yeah, I mean, no, absolutely. I mean, we play for something. We've been playing for something every week since Douglas. I think I told that to Cody in the pregame. But yeah, we'll go down there. I mean, it's going to probably be their senior night yet again, right? I mean, we're going on the homecoming or senior night every night, and I don't expect them to come out any less inspired than these Warriors up here did tonight. And we'll take our guys down there. We're nicked up. Obviously, you saw that. We're duct taping. I brought my duct tape. It's in the bag over there. Duct taping guys together. And we played football, though, and that's all we can really ask of.
Hey, Brett, having talked
one of those
about
knuckleheads upstairs wants me to ask about Hyatt. Big night for Hyatt. I really thought he was going to break some. He had some lanes, but he was just grinding it out.
Yeah, I mean, if you notice, we kind of got one-sided by necessity. And I think they were able to kind of double us up there, and they're getting hands on legs and tackling properly. But yeah.
All right, we're taking it back here. I think it's we'll troubleshoot later. I think his phone's going to sleep on us.
Yeah, I think his phone.
I think his phone's going to sleep.
Let's
take a timeout. We'll come back here. We'll get to our stat line back after this here on KTAK, YOToday.com.
Are you buckled up? You better be. It's the law. Police officers and highway troopers can stop and ticket you for not wearing your seatbelt. This is Cody Bears with YDOT. Keep yourself, your friends, and your family safe. Speak up and insist that everyone is belted inside your vehicle. In a crash, an unbelted person can slam into and injure others in your vehicle. Remember, buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Bailey's Enterprises is a proud sponsor of Riverton Wolverines football. For over 50 years, Bailey's has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service and to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey, go Wolverines.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunner's Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunner's Automotive, 856-2288.
We are building a stronger, safer CWC. Your health is our top priority. If you're coming to the CWC campus, please wear a mask and go online and fill out the daily wellness screening form at healthy.cwc.edu. Wear a mask when you arrive on campus. Find a health screening station in the Health Science Building. Check your temperature and you're on your way. Again, to fill out the daily wellness form, go to healthy.cwc.edu and we'll see you on campus.
Welcome back, Warriors Stadium here on a Friday night, and the Wolverines win game number 3 of the season with a 21-9 win over the Worland Warriors, and it was a good, hard-hitting game. Riverton went to its running game in the second half, and unfortunately, 13 penalties in the game, 130 yards against the Wolverines. On the other side, Worland with 4 penalties for 35 yards, and it was Riverton coming out in this one and struggling with turnovers in the first quarter. Two of the, actually on the first 3 possessions of the game, Riverton fumbled the ball. They lost 2 fumbles, and Worland would make them pay on a 27-yard field goal by Rudy Sanford with 3:32 to play in the first quarter. It was 3-0 Worland. Worland would get the ball in the second quarter, but Riverton would get the turnover on the fumble, and Damon DeVries would score a short time later on a 1-yard run with 8:49 to play in the first half. Tanner Johnson's kick made it 7-3 Riverton. And then Damon DeVries would hit Blake Dale on a 7-yard touchdown pass. Johnson's PAT made it 14-3 at the 3:56 mark of the first half, and Dale would finish the first half with an interception to end a threat by this Worland team. Third quarter, Trayton Hyatt, they went exclusively to the ground game. He just basically owned the second half as Hyatt scored in a 1-yard run with 9:08 to play in the third quarter. It was 21-3 Riverton after the Johnson PAT. And then Worland, well, they kept battling, and they went to their backup quarterback, Weber. He would throw a 30-yard touchdown play to Brockton Zanis with 1:10 to play. But Caden Smith, our Papa Murphy's player of the game, would come on with a blocked kick. And the final score, Eric, Riverton wins it 21-9.
All right, let's run down your stat line here real quick. We'll start with the Riverton Wolverines. Big day from Trayton Hyatt. I had him at 160 yards on 32 carries, and he had a one-yard touchdown run, like you said. 52 yards from DeVries net. He got sacked a couple of times there on 14 attempts. 24 yards on 5 carries for Dale, and then 3 yards for Hutchinson. Gave Riverton 239 yards on the ground. And then through the air, I had DeVries 10 of 15 for 1 touchdown and 98 yards. And then Dale had 48 yards receiving on 6 receptions, and he had 1 touchdown as well. And then 1 reception for Johnson, 1 for Patterson, 1 for Hyatt, and 1 for Hutchinson. And then Dale had somewhere around 36 yards in the return game as well. Total offensive output for Riverton, 337 yards against the Worland Warriors. On the flip side here for the Worland Warriors offense, they had 82 yards on 22 carries for Pierce, and then cumulative 112 yards. They had 6 different people run the football in the ball game. And then through the air, Sanford was 10 of 29 for 76 yards. And then Weber was 4 of 6. Had a touchdown in there, 4 of 6 for 52 yards. And that gave them a total offensive output just over 220 yards in the ball game, and had 69 yards in the return game. So that's a look at the stat line up here between these two teams, and we'll take a look here at some final scores, and we'll get on out of here.
Yeah, final scores in Class 3A. Jackson, number 1, beats Powell 21-14 up in Park County. Final score in from Lander 37, Rollins 8. This score, Riverton 21, Worland 9. At the half, it's Douglas 14, Buffalo 3. And at halftime, number 3, Cody 20, and Green River 0. It was a good night for the Wolverines in Class 4A. Laramie, fourth quarter score 34, Cheyenne South 2. Another fourth quarter score. This could be the upset special of the week. Number 5, Rock Springs 21. Number 3, Cheyenne Central 14. Halftime score, Sheridan 35, Campbell County 0. Fourth quarter score, number 1, Cheyenne East 34, Kelly Walsh 9. And at the half, Thunder Basin 14, Natrona 0. And, a lot to play for, Eric, as Riverton now with a chance to lock up that number 3 seed next week when they travel to Rollins.
That's right. I think we're playing football still. Still playing football, and Riverton's got a chance at a playoff. We'll have a playoff game on the road, and need to take care of business week 8 and make sure we get the best seed we can.
Talk about taking care of business. Sounds like you may have to take care of business this week.
Yeah, I am not going to be with you guys next week. I'm going to be a dad next week. So I'm told. It's on the calendar. Yeah, thank you. So Cody will be doing play-by-play, and I think either Brett or Ernie will be in here doing color commentary. Maybe we'll send Ernie down the field. I don't know. But we'll get it done. Rusty will be running some camera work and encoders for you, and I'll join you guys maybe back for the playoff game the next week.
We're going to take Rusty Wirtz on the road next week.
Right. All right, for Cody Beers, I'm Eric Polly, Brett Watson with us here as well. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll send it back to the studio here back at KTAK to your regularly scheduled programming. Again, final score in this one was 21-9. The Wolverines win in Worland. Have a wonderful evening.